Hello everybody and welcome with D&D Boyband, a group of dorks that all like to play D&D Pretty Boys, because apparently it's not fantasy and that's everybody's heart. This is an original D&D campaign set in the Critical Role world of Exandria, taking place 10 years after the events of CR1. While the Council of Tal'Dorei have been dealing with the aftermath of those events, tensions are growing within the heartlands of Tal'Dorei and deep beneath the ground. I'm Dungeon Master Jamie, and joining me tonight are the Spice Boys. Let me introduce Clued as Rasha, Essek as Zug, Sai as Aku, returning, Luke as Ascor, Lauren as Romen, and Erin as Haydn. Before we begin, we have one pretty big announcement, which I will throw over to Erin for.
Oh, hello. We're very excited to announce that we finally hit affiliate on Twitch. So yay! Thank you everyone for coming and watching and following. If it wasn't for your guys' support, we wouldn't have been able to do this. So what that means is well, what's important to us is the fact that we now can unlock emotes. Oh, holy shit, we just got our first subscriber. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Samarius1, for subscribing.
Oh, who's that?
Don't know who that is.
That guy,
Sounds like a really big nerd.
Just demonstrating.
So yeah, basically, we are in the process of planning some cool emotes that we're going to assign to this channel. What we're going to do is we're going to base them on the 5 Spice Boys. So there's going to be a Zug emote, an Ascor emote, a Rasha emote, an Aku emote, and a Roman emote. Haydn's going to be left out because he sucks. No, actually, it's because there is already an emote that almost looks identical to him, Tear Glove. So we're going to use that temporarily as the Haydn emote. I think we can only unlock 5 as affiliate. So the way you guys can help is by subscribing. If you already use Amazon Prime to get, like, you know, your groceries delivered or anything like that, we all hate Jeff Bezos, but you get a free Twitch subscription with your Twitch Prime, so you could use that on us to help us unlock more Twitch emote slots. So it's a sneaky little system. Oh my god, thank you so much, Fish, for subscribing.
I need a tutorial. I can't figure out how.
Yeah, I don't know how to use my Prime subscription either.
I'm too old for this.
Have you linked your account, Amazon account?
Yeah,
to...
because oh wait, it might.
No, Jamie, how do I do that?
No,
Laura,
so when you click on the
I love the
subscribe
way.
button down the bottom, there should be a little tick box that says "Use my Prime sub." Also, sorry
the
if
way
that's
you're
me
using
being
your
dumb.
phone.
No, it's no problem.
With the glasses, I don't know why you just look like
old
like
man lord.
a mum,
What do I
like
do with
looking
this Twitch
looking at a
subscription
video.
I
thing?
need to turn 200% text.
Oh my god, Supo just subscribed. Thank you so much, Supo.
Okay, I think I
What
know
is that?
why. So I think it's because I've used my Twitch sub on a different channel this month. So sorry for
yeah,
being
hey.
a traitor. I'll come
That's
back next
okay.
month.
We still love you.
Oh, this is so hype train.
Yeah, we got a hype train.
Hype train.
This is our first everything. Oh, we just got a new follow from Fragilitas as well. Thank you very much. Anyway, distraction aside, we will still be playing D&D as normal. We will not be stopping D&D roleplay and scenarios to thank subscribers or followers as usual. There still will be a pop-up in the bottom left-hand corner. You'll get a little pop-up there, and I think what we might do is, because obviously subscribing is a pretty big deal, and we really appreciate that support, maybe at the end of the session, after we wrap up, we'll quickly rattle through the list of subscribers and thank you verbally then. So, yeah. Also, I'm pretty noob to this whole understanding how a Twitch affiliate thing works, so if anyone has any advice, please feel free to message me in the Discord and let me know how to set stuff up, because I'm just flying by the seat of my pants and I don't really know what to do. So,
Doing great.
thanks. So yeah, that's the announcement. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support.
Thanks, Erin.
Thank you, Erin, for sorting that out.
Oh, no problem. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for running the art streams, which got us over the line.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you everybody for watching, obviously.
It was.
So to get you up to speed on last week, obviously we had our guest, Hannah, who was playing Kaz, and met you all in the middle of the Barb Fields out by the ritual site. Seem to have taken care of the Moorbounders, or was at least in possession of them when you arrived. Briefly chatted, indicating that there was a storm coming, and you guys made your way incredibly quickly back to Rosohna, rolling an natural 20 on survival and kind of bypassing a lot of the issues you got on the way there. kind of mainly chatting to Haydn about some of the history of working with various employers, as well as the reason perhaps that Kaz is running quite so fast is because he has got a box which maybe he should be in possession of. This was of course open to reveal an amulet of the plains, and when you guys returned to Rosohna, you took it to the Corona district and the Overcrow apothecary, where it was going to be fenced essentially. Going to be brought back the next day because the proprietor didn't quite have the funds, and so you all kind of sat around chatting, at which point Ascor may have attempted to steal it from Kaz, at which point Kaz went invisible, and whispered, I think, or said in your head, like, that's fine, guys, I'll see you later. After, because there was some discussion about you like stealing it or wanting it, but you guys couldn't afford it, and now it seems to be out of your reach. So with Kaz's voice kind of leaving your ears, as in theory, they walk away. Spice Boys, what will you do?
Ascor, I cannot believe that's the second time in the past 2 weeks we were about to receive money, which I thought was something that you liked, and then you did something which caused us to not get it. Like, what's going on here?
Look, we'll get it, okay? You just have to believe in the process.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. What just happened?
Cass
threatened a man who was going to give us free things, so now we are not having any of the things. How will I build the Golden Forge if the gold keeps running away?
I turned to...
Well, what do you want to do? Rob a bank?
Well, we don't have to rob a bank if people are going to just give us money, which was what was about to just happen right there. But you were like, I want more. Your greed is causing us problems, Ascor.
No, I think that's wrong.
Explain. How is
I guess
it wrong?
that settles it then.
Well, it just seems completely improbable. If anybody here has had experience managing wealth, assets even, I believe it's going to be me. And on top of that, I'm probably the only one here with real experience in making large-scale deals. The best deals, of course.
This does not seem to be a particularly well-agreed deal, considering the person who was about to give you money left.
Look, we'll get that, okay? Just give it time.
He was
Maybe he's
also
just
going
playing hard to get.
He was going to sell weapons for me now that Aku and I are always traveling, you know? We have to make amends. We will say, really sorry we threatened your life, you know? It was, I don't know, a mistake. Oops. You know, we trained you to say sorry, Ascor.
Big sorry.
Yeah, really big sorry.
Seems like threatening people you've just met is a sort of character trait of your group.
It would seem that way.
It's not a really positive thing, is it?
We're working on it. But yeah.
There's no need to apologize. We've only known this man, and he points to Roman, 2 days? Why would we place our trust in you? After everything your family's done, your brother, I mean.
Well, you know, he sort of saved our life and all of that.
Yeah. It's less could be said for Ghost. Elenia, sorry.
Allegedly saved our lives.
I cannot argue. Think what you will.
That's the spirit.
Does anybody else just want ale? We're in a city in civilization for the first time in a long time.
Tell me that again.
I just want...
How long was it, Roman, that you are in the far realms for? You do not know, right? How long it felt to you?
Longer than an age, longer than all the years I've lived so far, and more.
What did you eat? Are they like, I don't know, do you have mushrooms and things in the far realm.
Roman kind of like looks a bit green, and he says, "If it's quite all right with you, I'd rather not touch that up again."
Fair enough.
Yeah,
If you don't like seafood, you shan't last long over there. Let me tell you that.
What's wrong
So
with seafood?
Oh, like... Oh.
I mean, if you ate your favorite meal every single day for 10 years straight, you'd get sick of it, wouldn't you, Zug?
Ah, that's true.
Well, that's not strictly true. Speaking from experience myself, if you eat high-quality produce, you really taste the difference. And, well, you'll never get tired of it.
Ascor, I am willing to bet a lot of money that you get, when you were back home, you got at least a 3-course meal with different dishes every day.
I suppose 3 courses would be limited occasions such as traveling. Really, you want the full 5.
Case in point.
Well, I mean, Zug, you did not get bored of mayonnaise when you exclusively ate that for a month in the Underdark, so...
That was...
You did
We
that
were in
for
a
a
cave.
month?
There was nothing else to eat. I would have eaten other things.
I suppose if you really like tentacles and you eat a lot of tentacles, then they will get boring, you know?
Squid's not bad, though.
They've not had
Especially when it's
this-
fried.
Can make a pretty good dip for squid with some mayo.
You know, maybe for Roman's sake. And Rasha looks over to Roman, who looks deeply uncomfortable.
The ale, you said?
Yes.
Ale. Great idea.
Yeah.
Did we not just have a meal? Out of character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like we just came back from a tavern where we all got sloshed and ate out on Ghost's credit card.
Yep.
We
Yeah,
did.
but
The
we
Bank of
sped over
Ghosts
that.
paid. How much
That's
did the
true.
Bank of Ghosts have to shell out? I haven't marked it down.
Oh, yes, let me tell you.
Alright, if
I've
you guys
got
wanna
a
go-
lot, but how much was the meal, mister?
Chill out somewhere. That's fine. Obviously.
Did we say to put the cost on Ghost's house's, Elenia's house's account?
Well,
No.
so
Sasha
he's
was
left-
saying that he took the money straight from Ghost's purse.
Yes, the
Right,
bag of
okay.
holding which Rasha has been left with.
Are you writing this down now?
I have the money. I just want to know how much DM is
okay.
telling me to detract.
Look,
For the
we
meal.
went for one
Oh,
drink, but that doesn't
like-
mean we can't go for another one.
3 gold pieces. It wasn't
Cool.
like food for all of you, drinks for all of you.
Drop in the ocean.
Understood.
Well, I'm happy to drink more.
I mean, I only had 2 pints. That's like nothing. That's not even enough to make a child drunk.
For a big guy like you, and he reaches out and like slaps like your chest. Yeah, that is nothing. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Just a reminder, I think people are currently disguised as not looking human, correct?
Yeah, Haydn.
Yeah, the non-human ones.
Hayden's
Yeah, you
popping
mean it is
a
longer, yeah.
minor illusion like every minute because it's just a cantrip to make his ears look a little bit longer.
What did we do for Aku?
Aku's was invisible because of Cass's spell. Is that a
Oh.
proximity
Oh
thing?
my god. Well, the second Cass
concentration?
went invisible himself, so he would have probably had
Yeah.
to drop the spell.
So Aku just
Yeah.
popped back into
I
existence.
remember pop back
next
into
to us.
existence.
Somewhat overlooked that one, maybe.
Oops.
You
He
guys are
doesn't,
getting
look,
some
he
odd
doesn't look
looks.
that human, does he?
Well, perhaps we could quickly return to my den's grounds. At least we'll be away from prying eyes.
Or what if we get followed?
Well, no one's going to follow us in there.
Side note. Doesn't Ascor still look like a drow version of Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
With a skimpy
Mhm.
tank top?
How long does that last for? We don't know.
Well, you're using the hat disguise to do that, aren't you?
Yeah, but who's?
Oh, yeah.
I was looking like someone's bottom. Whose bottom was I looking like?
Kaz's.
Gazes.
Jokes.
Yeah.
Jokes.
You are getting some attention if Aku is
Uh,
standing in your midst.
Well, put a chain on him or something. Make him look like a
anybody-
prisoner. Come on.
No
Have a
chains
hat.
are necessary. Let's just go.
Do we have a hat?
Follow me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Roman just starts pushing people now.
What about the ale?
I'm sure there's plenty of ale at Roman's house.
Are you sure?
You remember the big spreads they put on for dinner, don't you?
Yeah, but that's food. That's not drink. I've already eaten.
Roman,
Rich
do your
people
parents
a
drink?
lot.
You'll find out when you get there.
We'll find out when we get there, Zug.
In other words, no. That's what people say when they're lying.
We had milk. I had a lot of milk where we were
I
there.
don't want milk.
I've got
Milk? What?
What's so bad about milk?
Zug. I've got beer in the alchemy jug.
Oh, I'll give that a go.
Cool.
Well, it makes milk. I don't really see why you would bother with...
It doesn't make milk.
What? Who would make an alchemy jug that doesn't make milk? I mean, it's milk.
It
Mayonnaise
makes
apparently
but
superior.
Not milk.
Milk?
No, that's, it's a defect.
Should we get going?
Yes.
What, with the people staring at us, what kind of vibe is it? Is it interest? Is it I'm a stab the human? Is it?
It's definitely interest. You get kind of, because from this part there'll be lots of, this is more the poor part of town with a lot of the non-drow races, so the bugbears, the goblins. There's fairly menacing glazes, certainly. I'd say you feel pretty uncomfortable with these stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't have invisibility. So.
Sug's just kind of waving back to the occasional person looking at him.
I think Ascor's
I
probably going to duck into a alleyway at some point and just change into like a pretty burly fucking looking half-orc.
Okay.
When Zug is waving to people, Hayden's just gonna reach up and just like grab Zug's hand and just like pull it back down and be like, "No."
What? They're looking at us.
No.
Just keep your head down and follow me.
Sorry, DM correction, a bugbear, not a half-orc.
Yeah. Okay. As you guys
I
are
don't know
walking,
about
Is Ascor as a bugbear still wearing a sexy tank top though?
He must be quite small for a bugbear.
He's looking more like a gym
Yeah.
bro. So like he's wearing a tank top, but when gym bro's got like the big guns, but their tank top is like it's tiny.
Really
yeah.
small,
Thin.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can see the nipples. You know what I'm saying?
I know you see.
Nipples, armpit hair coming out.
Nice.
as you guys are walking,
Monobrow.
like a large tree trunk of an arm just gets like who would be in first place?
Roman, probably.
Roman
Roman's
gets
waiting.
put on Roman's shoulder, and you just turn around and see this huge, burly, armored ogre. Who's the human?
Ah, he's with me.
He's a slave.
He's not a slave. There's no slaves around here. Sorry about
Ian?
him. He's simple.
He's not a slave.
Ian
Is he what? Sorry.
or eating?
For eating.
You could say it's a
Yes, he's
snack.
food.
What do you look at him? What do you think?
He is a snack.
It's like a snack.
Oh boy, what a dish!
Is he a soldier?
Of sorts.
So a prisoner then?
Yeah, he's a drug dealer, actually.
He's actually none of your business, so I would kindly ask you to remove yourself from my line of sight right now.
And Ascor steps in at that point, and does this with his hands and like cracks his, pretends to sort of crack his big fucking.
One of you can make an intimidation check.
Why? You...
Or you can both make it separately, or you can give one of them advantage.
Ascor can do
Go for
it because I've
advantage.
got 0 charisma.
All right, cool. I'll go for it in that case. With advantage, yeah, DM.
Roman at this point
Alright.
thinks he's looking really threatening. He probably doesn't even see Ascor like rounded up behind him.
It's massive
You've
gym,
seen
bro.
my rolls. I've rolled like a 3 and a 4, so that's the 12 and 13.
Okay, well, that's okay.
Oh,
He's like towering over you. Like he's a good 11, 12 foot. Like pretty sinewy muscle, and you see he's got some like people clearly behind him as well. Some combination of other like hobgoblins and orcs.
You didn't say that, Jim. You didn't say that, did you? You didn't say you had Manda.
We don't like them here.
yes, well, if you let
Zemnians.
us- He's not a Zemnian, you idiot. Does he look Zemnian
Yes.
to you? You've
Yes.
seen them wearing these robes?
He lings over. What's a Semnian?
Looks
Just-
exactly like them. Looks like the ones that kill us when we go fight.
Well, you know what else is going to look like something that will kill you when you go fight? Me, if you don't move out of my way right now. The quickest way to not look at him will be to turn around and walk back where you came from.
Okay. I would say you for that you can roll one more intimidation check or persuasion, up to you.
I love Roman so much.
Neither matters.
Go back to where you came from, you naughty boy.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You bad boys.
Expecto Patronum. What's it called? What did you say?
Big Hermione Granger vibes.
None.
You have a
Yeah.
plus.
Oh god.
I'm
That's a
going to
12.
bed
That's a-
before
that's a-
either of you come up with another stupid idea to get us killed. Worse, expelled.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good impression, Letty.
What?
It was, yeah.
Like Emma Watson's here and chat with us.
I know.
Regretting everything about this character voice. Okay, that's a 12.
That might not work. Funnily
Snip,
enough.
posh boy. You're going to give it him to us, and you're going to leave.
Am I getting intimidating vibes from him?
Yeah.
Is he a large
Reflecting
creature?
muscles. Yes.
Is he a large
He's not
okay.
huge, he's large.
He's large. I'm going to pull my sword out, and I'm going to use momentary stasis to
Okay.
magically force a large or small creature you can see to make a Constitution saving throw. Actually, that might not be such a good idea. Encase him in a field of magical energy.
Okay. Okay. Dice rolling. D20. 18.
Oh, my DC is a 17.
Okay, as the field kind of extends from the sword outwards, trying to contain him in the field, he just kind of shackles and breaks it. However, is that Dunamancy?
Yes.
Okay. How would he react to having Dunamancy cast on him? Would he recognize Dunamancy? Wait, he puts his hand up. Wait. Who are you? What was that?
So you're asking for my name now after you've mortally threatened me and my companions,
Yeah,
and your little imps over there too. Yes, I see you.
yeah. Who are you?
Yes, I told you, none of your business. Turn around, and no one has to be hurt.
Right. Well,
Well,
you're a rogue spellcaster with a human. I
There's
think I'm gonna have to
nothing rogue
turn you
about
over
this.
to the guards. Come. And that's.
man's
Well,
not
you're all-
going easily.
you're
Man
all
is
roll
not going
initiative.
easily.
I think.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
We're rolling
Uh,
an initiative.
Wait, what?
In these streets?
We're
Yep.
having a street fight.
What have we done?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, we've just added the second Ascor to the party.
Have we got a battle map for this?
No, I'm just making one.
Oh god. Oh,
I guess this
I
is
need to
one
go
way
grab
to
my,
get
I need to go grab my
Essek
production
Senpai to
laptop.
notice us. Let's get arrested.
I mean,
Rosohna
I'm
is
gonna-
actually a place, as in like with an H, is a place in what's it called? Is a place in Final Fantasy.
Is this a particularly lawless city, or are we just actually?
Nope.
No,
Oh,
it's
no.
a lovely place. We're just awful.
Are we at least in a
Ella,
shitty district?
Yes.
Okay.
we
The
are.
good
What's it
news is
called,
I have
GM,
plus
the
9 on
district?
initiative. Oh! We're in the poor bit now, aren't we? Oh
Yeah.
What's
Is
it
it
called?
Coronas? The
This is the
Corona
Corona
district?
district, yeah.
my god.
unfortunately named district.
Typical Corona.
The Rona
behaviour.
district.
Who just dropped 20?
No, I did 22.
Oh, what have you done?
Initiative.
I'm gonna steal the previous city map thing. Go back to this.
Someone just dropped I think Sai, isn't that you? You just dropped to natural 20, no?
Natty 20.
Yeah.
Next 20 on initiative.
Yeah,
Hell
exactly.
yeah.
Used to call you good luck.
The B zone.
Like the most useless natural 20.
No,
of
get
my
rid of the
life.
B zone. No.
No, not the bees.
Not the bees!
Not the bees.
Not the
Right, you all
bees.
place yourself down.
Hold on,
Roughly.
I need to log into it. What's funny?
Where are we
Okay.
meant to be? In that black square, or?
Yeah, he was having the black square.
Wait, how are you dropping yourselves down?
Go onto the like newspaper icon, the journal button above
Yeah,
the chat,
characters.
and then click on your character and drag him over.
I didn't know you could do that.
Magic.
Oh, the dead initiative 5.
Ugh.
I've rolled 3d20s this game, and none of them have rolled above like a 4.
Initiative.
Well, you're
Ooh,
getting your bad rolls
7.
out of the way now, actually. So you can,
Just gonna.
Enough of your
for you guys.
superstition, witch.
Okay, so Roman out in front.
Hmm?
Oh, that's a lot of-
Roman out in front.
Sorry, I
I
don't
think
know
I'm out
where
in
I
front
am.
as well, you know,
Yeah.
Where am
which
I?
is not good.
Alright, I'm using this laptop. And it's like, where's my character blob?
Oh, do you not have one for Roman? Maybe.
Well, I
Dang.
should do, but Jamie hasn't put it down, or at least not that I can see.
Oh. You could be problem
Oh, we're
character.
surrounded.
There we go.
Thank you.
Hey, you exist.
Oh, who is this cute fluffy dog that is problem character, by the way?
That was Fisher's character.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I want
He was
blood
the
to return.
original problem character.
Now we
We've
are all
inherited
problem
anymore.
characters.
He was a stinky little gremlin. I loved him.
Aww. The stories I've heard all sound adorable.
He ate a werewolf arm and contracted like empathy.
That was like the second game as well. Like,
my
like-
God.
Yeah, in the second session.
He was a goblin, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Goblin
I love
druid.
goblin characters.
He was a goblin druid that specialized in bugs. It was really good.
That's so good.
yeah.
It was solid shit.
Did he eat bugs?
You know,
Okay,
Weevil
yeah.
Underwood from Yu-Gi-Oh! It was that vibe.
I feel like
He killed all the pets that he collected.
I feel like you were intentionally. Let's just say you obfuscated the number of assailants who you were being
Yeah, you
contacted
did.
by.
You did not give us the impression that there were a lot of
Oh,
big
God,
bad.
good.
Goodness gracious, Jamie.
Jamie's
Right.
like, I just want to kill y'all.
Right, just to
Like-
clarify, you're going to rip through these.
Yeah, I know, I'm aware,
You
but
don't
like,
necessarily want to kill all of the guards in Rosohna, like...
they're not guards.
Oh,
are
these
they?
aren't the guards.
Are these just
Yeah.
like?
They're just
Yeah,
goons.
Are these
these
just
were
like
guards.
hooligans?
Yeah, I don't
Let's
think
fucking kill them, boys.
I would not have acted like that if I thought they were guards. They're just like plebs, right? Street plebs.
Yeah, exactly. They're just street people.
Oh,
they're
I
goons.
thought they were
Invented.
guards.
It's,
I was
it's
like,
Tolkien.
Street
no.
plebs.
Tolkien is
I'd
not
say
plebs.
that.
in contrast to the rural pleb, of course.
I say that, but then I remember how I acted when we arrived at the gates as well. So
True.
maybe there's no hope.
True. All right, we got.
Okay, so sorry, just
Battle
finishing off
map.
the initiative. This is a lot of setup.
A lot of
It's
men.
okay.
No
I
problem.
don't think you really expected conflict this quickly early on.
I did
I don't think
not.
anyone
That was
did.
those were some awful rolls.
On my screen, Ascor's just in 10 animal handling checks. Is that?
Yeah. Why?
Because
That's kind of rude, to be honest.
Because you're about to see these paws fly, about to see these pythons bite.
Oh my gosh! Is it because you're a bugbear right now?
Okay.
We need some battle tunes.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, man.
Hook us up, Maestro.
Okay, so top of the round we have Romen. We have Ghost at the top of the round for some reason. Goodbye.
DM,
love
So
that.
instead
are
we've
we
got
in the
Haydn.
turn order?
Wait,
We're-
I
we're
can't.
not in the
I
turn
can't.
order,
Yeah,
Yumi.
I can't see.
Yeah,
my
none of us are in the
character.
turn order.
So I've got Romen at 15, Rasha at 15, Ascor
No,
at
that's
16.
old. That's
No.
old
Okay,
news.
so sorry, Haydn, what did you get?
7.
7. Okay, Aku.
20, natural 20.
Okay, Zug,
I mean, I rolled an 18, but plus 4, 22.
22. The Dan I will roll for quickly.
This is gonna be my only 18 plus high
Six.
roll.
Ascor,
Let's say 5 for now, but I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Magical guidance. When you make an ability check that fails, subjective, you can spend 1 sorcery
Initiative
point
checks
to
don't
reroll the d20.
fail.
Condor, I can give everyone a
Yeah.
D8, I think.
Yeah.
Only if you do it in advance on it, though, right?
Yeah, but I can use a reaction when we're rolling.
You really want
Yeah.
to blow a really loud horn right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, for getting
Please
attacked.
blow it.
Rash
I
is
rolled a
gonna
5.
whip out the horn of Gondor.
Just alert
blow
everyone
the
in the next
horn as an
5 city
immediate-
blocks that we're about to wage fucking war.
I'm gonna blow the horn as an immediate reaction.
You remember when we said
allies.
to keep a low profile?
I'm
Like,
doing it. Gain a D8. Yeah, add a D8, guys.
Okay, so
That
everybody
was
roll
so
a
many
d8
dudes.
as it's their rolls. I'll go through it again and get it.
Alright. Hayden's initiative is now 13.
Mine's a
I rolled
17.
a
I
1.
20. I think I'm 24 now.
Okay, I'll go through it. Just keep track of it yourselves.
I don't think you asked me before, but it's 17 now.
I didn't quite get to it before you blew the horn.
Ian, there are 18 creatures on.
And
Not
we're
all
about
of these are
to walk
currently in
through.
combat.
To be fair, we're a pretty big party.
Okay, so let's go to the top. Haydn, what do you have now?
13.
13. Aku.
Did we add 1d8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
21. Zug.
24 now.
24. No, 24. Yeah. Okay. Nadan, I'll roll a d8 for. Wow, that's a 7, so 13. Ascor.
6.
6. Roman.
20.
20. Rasha.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Alright, I will set that to ascending. Descending. Okay, Zug, you're up first.
Oh my, I think it's the first time I've ever been up first. I mean, I guess he just kind of shrugged. Wait, what was the thing that you said? You just said get 'em, boys, and then they all just drew weapons?
Pretty much, yeah.
So Zug just shrugs and then just unsheathes his weapon and immediately charges at the first guy. Do I need to move like here to attack? Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm attacking through my
Yeah.
I guess he kind of like steps through to here, which is obviously within distance, and then let's roll some attack. I normally set these up in advance, but we've been thrown into combat, so give me a sec. 1d20 plus. Alright. That is a 23, I think?
23. Yep, 23 hits.
Alright. In that case, damage is d12 plus 8. I'll have these like set up in a second. It's just d12 plus 8. That's painfully low. Why is it not telling me the totals? Normally it does. Oh, it does, but I just got the wrong fucking thing. Sorry. Language. So that's a 12 plus a... Yeah, plus a 3 and a 4. So
19.
like what? 19, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not maths good today. That's
So-
first attack.
Yeah, so as a creature kind of lumbers forward, kind of arms outstretched, looking down to go grab Roman, and Zug kind of darts out, rushes it, and kind of slamming into it. So your axe, and doing quite a considerable chunk. It seems to take some gashes out of it. Doesn't seem
Oh,
to be wearing
no.
armor.
Alright, so then Zug goes for his second attack.
Gonna fucking
Which is
behead
a
someone and then we're
26.
Yep, 26
I'm
hits.
assuming this lands. Alright, then in that case, this one is this.
You can choose it to be
This.
non-lethal.
Diet this.
Why are we just killing everyone?
There is a 23 this time.
23 of damage. Yep. Okay. So yep. Still standing. Just
How-
as she continued to attack him.
Well, I now get a third attack because I'm a level 11. So. It's
It's a crit.
Crit.
It's a crit.
Oh,
It's great.
rest in
I-
peace, poor
uh,
ogre friend.
yeah. So I guess we'll just double it. So this is 28 plus a plus a 6, which is 34 and what 35.
Of non-lethal, right?
No, this one isn't non-lethal.
Okay.
Is this? He also gets to
So he's
attack.
dead. As the ogre's just kind of take down, Zug says your first 2 attacks kind of kneecap him, and your third one is just straight to the chest. Like right in the middle, you see his ribcage kind of crazy. Spurts blood all over you as he just sinks to the floor,
Oh god.
dead.
Now,
Oh,
I
no.
because I killed someone, I actually get to attack again, but
Yeah.
instead I'm going to use a bonus action. Is it possible to do an intimidation check at this point, like on them, or is it just long past that at this point?
You can certainly make an intimidation check, having just one shot the ogre.
Alright, so Zog actually just like flares his wings out, like behind him, after just straight brutally decapitating this ogre. It just says, I don't think we need to do this. You should go home.
Make your intimidation check.
Okay, my intimidation is... I'm gonna roll it from the thingy. Not 20! Plus...
Okay.
The nat 20 plus 5.
Yeah. So as you kind of like this guy's blood splatters all over you, you just turn to the rest of them, see the couple that are being behind you, just like dead in the eyes, axe dripping with gore. Meet each of their eyes individually. They look pretty fucking scared.
They just repeat it. Go home. And that's how I end my turn there.
Okay. Aku.
Hmm. So the one right in front of us is dead. Have
Very
any
dead.
of the others made any move to attack us? Because if not, I think Aku will probably hold his action.
No, they haven't.
Okay. Well, he'll hold his action to attack any of them that, are hostile.
Okay, these all are not moving yet, so it's Roman.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna move as well.
Cool. Yeah, Roman's gonna walk forward, throwing his sword, and as he walks forward, he's gonna do that thing that you guys have seen him do a couple of times, and do his Doctor Strange kind of chronomancy magic or his Echo magic, and manifest an echo behind one of the goons, and the echo is holding like a shadowy blade, like at this guy's throat, as it like manifests into the space. And yeah, he also holds his action to anyone who's trying to attack him.
So have you done it to this ogre here, right?
No, because I think the Echo Knight would be. Then again, the Echo Knight can actually just stand in midair, can't it?
Yeah, so we're just gonna use a cross. So who have you done it to?
Yeah, why not the ogre? Yeah, I was thinking of doing it to one of the guys on the ground, but it might as well be to the ogre. And
Okay.
yeah,
I can't
I
seem to
just-
move that cross anymore. Can you?
no, I can't move it either.
Okay, that's a weird bug. Alright, I'm gonna refresh. Okay, so it's actually the ogre's turn. I'm not gonna say he's grappled.
No, he wouldn't be. But
Yeah.
it's just a.
Why is that
Ew.
just like dropped beneath the? This echo is literally an echo now. Cool, we're gonna run along. Okay, so yeah, it's the ogre's turn. So with a natural 20, he's gonna go. What the fuck was that? And he's just gonna turn and start running. He's gonna dash 40 feet. They are not quick creatures over here. If anyone wishes to make an attack of opportunity.
No.
No. Okay, Rasha.
Rasha is going to sigh, clutch his holy symbol, and walk 30 feet this way. Stand in the middle of them and just mutter, You really don't want to do this. And he's going to hold casting Spirit Guardian. So just the beginning of a golden flare will appear around him and little figures will begin to spark to life and he'll finish the cast should anyone take an aggressive action on him or his mateys.
Okay, cool. So in this guy's turn, this one's gonna look at you. There's a little bit of more steel in his eyes than the others, but clearly scared as well. He's gonna spit on the ground, and is gonna run off map. This one's gonna run off map.
Is that the direction of where we're going?
So you northwards is where you're going.
Okay, so we will be following them in some capacity.
So this
better
guy
run.
is gonna run off map as well this way. Wait, that's this one. Okay, yeah. My roll20 is not behaving. I think I put too many things on.
Oops.
You only have yourself to blame.
There we go. This way, yeah, true. Running off this way as well. Nadan is gonna see him kind of draw daggers and look around. And Nadan is gonna go and hide off in the shadows over here. I'll make a stealth roll.
Valid.
And Haydn.
So I was just thinking how I don't really have anything good for group settings like this. I have no AoE, so I guess I'm just gonna have to pick a target and go for it. Yeah, I guess I don't really want us being attacked from the back, so I'm going to as soon as my friends lead the charge and start hacking and slashing at these thugs, Hayden's gonna whip around, pull his crossbow, and aim a shot at the leg of this guard here at the back.
They're not guards.
Sorry, not guard. Ruffian.
Distinction.
This ruffian at the back.
Ruffians.
Hayden is
Thugs.
not
Very
going.
bad man.
Hayden is going to
Yeah.
try to not kill him, just incapacitate him, because he's a good boy. So that will be a shot with my Elven Court crossbow. So that is a 17, and actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do steady aim because I'm not gonna use any movement or whatever's. So that'll be a second roll, and then because steady aim gives you advantage, that allows me to do Elven accuracy, which is a third roll.
Nice.
So does a 28 hit?
28 does hit.
Okay, cool. Then that is 12 points of piercing damage, 24 points of sneak attack damage for a total of 36 points of damage.
He dies.
No, it was a non-lethal hit to his leg.
Non-lethal. Okay, to his leg, he directly on where joints would be, right in the knee, kind of splatters his leg. He's broken. He's laying on the ground. The
His
pain.
sports career
too
is
much.
over.
He seems to pass out from the pain and the blood loss as he kind of laying there.
Insert Skyrim joke here.
Yeah, this guy is incapacitated but is not dead. It's actually his go next, but he's out. Ascor.
Ascor, probably in all the mayhem, just seeing it kind of unraveling a bit, thinking, we keep getting ourselves into shit wherever we go. Let's try and just lock this down. And he's going to go ahead and cast Compulsion at its 4th level. So let's read a little bit of that compulsion right there, which says, creatures of your choice that you can see within range. So, the range is only 30 feet. Oh no! That's not as many people as I thought. Okay. In that case, Ascor's probably going to move first. Probably, I can probably get to there, in theory, without provoking opportunity attacks. Let's say here.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast Compulsion. So everybody that is not one of my mics within 30 feet. So let me turn off the invisibility here. So yeah. So basically everyone in this radius, he's not one of my mates. They have to make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures, right? Yeah.
Ascor, is it you consider us friends or we consider you friends? Because there
They
could
will
be a
fail.
problem here.
It's creatures of your choice, and my feeling a bit devious. Maybe
so
Roman got
all-
us into this. So.
They all fail.
Yeah, in that case, Ascor just says, "All right, folks, show's over. Thank you for partaking in today's theater, but we'll be having no more performances." Just like that, sort of to the streets, to the windows, to everyone. And so everyone who fails now has to run southeast. They have to use all of their movement on their turn, I believe.
Yeah.
So they're going to start running down that way. Yeah.
Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
And that, actually, yeah, and that would include the creatures. So do you see the 3 creatures in the north? There's the bottom left one. Are
these
those 3
ones?
creatures? Yeah, one of them is within 30
Oh,
feet
okay.
from-
So they haven't actually made a saving throw, but I will now. I didn't think they were in range. One of them succeeds.
Okay, and only one of them is in range, so that one succeeds then.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they have to move their maximum movement. In fact, Ascor adds like, and we're serving free drinks down at the tavern, just down over there, and points in that direction. So he's trying to start that stampede, get people more interested in the free drinks, get a bit of an experiential event, if anything.
Okay. So this one is going to run its full movement southeast. This one is going to move its full movement southeast. This one as well, full movement southeast.
FY, they don't have to do it until their turn.
This is their turn.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so top of the round, in which case it's all their turn. They're all running away at this point. Zug.
We still in combat?
Yeah.
Zug actually just sheathes his weapon and walks in this direction over to this guy.
The guy's been
Just looks. Yeah,
incapacitated.
he puts his weapon back on his back. He walks over to this guy, and he gets down on one knee. He says he doesn't propose. He gets down on one knee and goes, "Oh, that looks pretty rough."
The guy's like, I just say he's unconscious. At this, with that amount of damage in his HP, he is very unconscious. Okay, Aku. There's something else I want to do.
Actually, sorry, wait, but one more thing. Zug turns to Haydn and goes, "You didn't have to hurt him."
You're
that
going to
is an orc.
talk.
That is an orc. So there were hobgoblins, orcs, and the ogre in the middle. The other ogres run off. So, Aku, your go.
Aku is gonna mirror Rashavel's sigh, look at the dead orc next to him, and just spit on him and walk away.
A pants/spit actually.
Good to have you back, Sai.
Okay, walk away a little bit. Which direction are you walking in? Okay, there.
Probably next to Rasha.
Okay, you will all see, those of you who are kind of looking around, looking up at things, on the rooftops, a couple of kind of the shadows cling together, forming a form that then switches to a much more corporeal form as 1, 2, 3. Can you guys see these?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
4.
I
Oh,
don't
no.
want to see them, but I can see
5.
them.
How many of them are hot,
6.
Jamie?
Are you sure they don't appear before my turn, dear?
Oh yeah, this is really important, Jamie, is are they hot?
So they are currently wearing
Tell us more.
the outfits that you saw the guards wearing at the start, although slightly more menacing.
I
Some
thought
of
you were gonna
them
say
are
slightly more
wearing
revealing.
very much the Kree armor of like black spikes, almost insectoid, kind of 2 blades. One blade kind of hovering, the other one with kind of like a hook on it, a bit like a scythe. The armor on the front kind of has a protruding thing that is very insect-like, and then 2 kind of feelers. Each of them kind of seems to be crouched on the roof, and then the other one, that's these ones, the darker ones, and then these ones you can see kind of wearing white robes, a small satchel, a staff with kind of stuff cleaned around it that seems to be a bit hard to look at, and again a helmet of sorts made of leather with like an eye slit, and 2 kind of feelers leading up, and one of them, this one here, I'm going to put a little red dot on him, just kind of you hear him yell in Undercommon, "Stop immediately!" And they're all going to be holding actions. Roman.
Well, he'd obviously recognized what's happening. Roman's going to sheathe his sword, and he's going to be like, "Finally, the law arrives to take care of these miscreants." And he gestures at the bloody sack of ogre on the floor.
Okay. This ogre's gonna run off.
Nice of you to turn up.
Rasha.
Rasha is going to cough as the spirit guardians dissipate around him, and with sort of golden ring dispelled as it wasn't triggered, he's going to look at the bloody ogre corpse at his feet, turn to the party, and just very quickly mutter, "Guys, do you think I should bring him back to life or something? So we are not murderers. Is that the smart thing to do? Maybe." And then he mutters more quietly, "But is he actually worth a diamond? I'm not sure." And he will, however, cast a quick healing word on the unconscious miscreant who Zug is kneeling in front of.
Okay. As you go to make a spell, could you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Yeah, okay. I can do that. That is going to be a +9. That is 18.
18. What's the DC?
We're in
not yet.
trouble.
You succeed. You feel yourself lock up a little bit, as if you're trying to hold person, but you manage. One of the mages you see kind of casts hold person as you go to move. Doesn't seem to affect you though.
I don't need to move, so it's just going to be a healing word. So
yeah,
he'll get. That is going to be 5 points of healing, just to bring him back to consciousness.
Okay. So the guy kind of Doug, you see him kind of like as his wound begins to heal ever so slightly, and his eyes kind of open and focus to look up at you, and kind of like almost goes back a few paces.
Hello there.
Nadan is hiding still, and will continue to hide. Haydn.
This changed rapidly from what I was planning last turn. Have the new figures that have kind of arrived on the rooftops shown any form of maybe doing anything that we should be worried about?
So they've obviously said stop, and they have. I don't know if you know Rosohna. I don't know if you know that they would have cast hold person on Rasha.
Oh dear. Okay, I see. I'm going.
I mean, they tried though.
they tried.
Hold person is verbal semantic. Yeah, you would have seen him like cast something.
I wish I hid on my last turn. I'm gonna go see if maybe through the chaos of what's happening that maybe I can slip away and hide a little bit too.
Okay.
So I would like to try to hide. I'm not as dumb as leading people to where Nadan is hiding, so I'm gonna try hiding. These guys are like on the roof, right? Like maybe I'll like hide under the eaves here.
Yeah. So hide.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to move over to here. Yeah.
So as you move
here and hide.
Could you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
God. I'm not good at those. 14.
You are held in place.
Oh no. What kind of spell is this? Is this a stun?
Choosing. You are paralyzed.
Damn it. Okay. Well, I'm paralyzed.
The orc is gonna look around. He would have not heard the thing. He's gonna get up, and he's gonna get up and try to move. But as he tries to move, he's gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw, which he succeeds. And he's gonna fucking sprint.
As he crawls across the floor.
Just.
He would have to get up as well, so that's only 30 foot of movement actually. So that would be. He gets to there. No, he gets 45 feet, so there. Okay. Cool. Ascor.
I mean, Ascor always gets us into trouble in these situations by trying to control someone. And he's probably just gonna leave it this time.
Oh, phew.
He's just gonna
Don't you
sort
just
of,
love character development?
sort of stand on the spot and sort of look over, to both roofs. Just sort of have his hands down, sort of low, as in just like, yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Zug.
He's still on one knee, just watches this man scramble and run away. Sorry, this is awkward. Oh, bye then. I looks up. Would he would recognize them as gods, right? Because they had a similar armor to the previous gods. Yeah. He just gives a complimentary wave to the men on the roof. Hello.
Hey,
Aku.
DM. There would have been one thing Ascor would have done.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna happen, guys. He's gonna make it look like he's basically changing back into his original form. So he's gonna change from like this bugbear, which has obviously got these gangly arms compared to where he really is. So if anyone touched him, it'd pass through. So he's just gonna go down into like Ascor's completely Ascor sized, or like just like I don't know, a Valdecon or something, just blue skin or something, and like a couple of gills.
Okay. Cool. As you shift down, so Aku.
I guess. I mean, they've not made any move, right? Like,
They haven't made an aggressive move.
have
can't
sorry, I
spell.
missed it. Did I see them casting a spell on?
You absolutely would have seen them cast 3 spells so far. One on Rasha, one on Haydn, and one on the guy.
I am gonna hold my action. He's a bit wary of these guys. I think he's gonna not do anything quite yet. See if the other charismatic team members can get us out of the situation.
Okay, these are all going to hold their action again, except for this one, who is going to manifest Echo down here, and is then going to switch with it, and he is going to attempt to grapple this guy. Just high, and yeah, succeeds. So this guy is now grappled. I'm going to put a little little like food on him. Okay, and then this one's going to look down at each of you and say, look at Haydn, and look at the guy. I said hold. And this is going to jump down and walk over to this. Look down at the mutilated ogre. Look around at each of you. Probably look fairly intently at Roman as the one who looks most like Roman. Yeah, can't see Nadan. One who looks like most like a drow.
I am a drow, thank you, DM.
No.
Nope.
What is the meaning of this?
No.
What's happened? Quickly. And we'll go to Roman's turn.
Cool. Well, as far as I can tell, a group of scallywags assaulted us in the street, attempting to, for want of a better word, attack my friend here with no cause and, no authority. So we protected ourselves.
Okay. I think for this guy's not going to run. For the purpose of, we'll maintain the initiative, but we will say we are out of combat. For the thing, if people want to do anything, just tell me. She looks around. So he's looking around at you, looks over to Aku. Could you make a persuasion check for me?
Cool. Do I get advantage because he's being very reasonable?
Yeah, I am also very good looking, so that must count something, right?
During this really reasonable conversation, Rasha's looking increasingly stressed as he's aware the 60-second timer on Revivify is, catching up. So he's probably just fidgeting a little bit, looking from the corpse to the friends, maybe reaching into his pocket, grabbing a diamond and raising it awkwardly like,
So,
What are you doing? Stop.
Given what I rolled, I imagine that rather than reasonable, Roman's coming across as very entitled and haughty because I rolled a 4. As he crosses his arms and he's like, fucking.
So you rolled a 4.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, rolled a 4.
It looks down. It looks across at each of you. It looks over at Rasha. We've taken the diamond out. Stop that.
Well, he's dead, so I can make him not dead. I just need to do it now, otherwise, it's really expensive. It is, still expensive, but it's more expensive if he's really dead.
Rasha can make a persuasion check.
With my -2. And that will be an 8 -2 for a total of 6.
I think looks at you. I'm not quite sure I understand you. You killed him, and now you want to bring him back?
Better.
This is ridiculous.
To fix it and be a murderer,
What's ridiculous is you let these oafs roam around these streets like this is some sort of lawless backwards town. What is this, Asarius? You just let them do what they want?
Oh, you're so dead.
It's been a while since I've been back here, but I've never seen the streets the state they are right now. And where were you? Around the corner? How convenient.
Rasha, do you need his head? It's over there. There's like points to Lucas. Missing head. That's just kind of rolled a couple of feet away.
No,
don't forget the head. He probably needs his head.
He slams his revivified diamond back in his bag. But it doesn't matter now. So I have to use the really big diamond if we want to bring him back. So just think about that.
Is there a specific name for the the Kryn soldiers? Because I know that the Empire call them Cricks, but do they have a name that they call themselves that someone who'd been an officer in their ranks would know?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm sure they do. Yeah, it's the Aurora Watch.
Okay. It's been decades since I myself was an officer in the Aurora Watch, but to see the shambles that you guys are running here now makes me very sad. Very sad indeed.
A comment based on a 4. And
boomer moment.
Looks at you. I have no idea who you are. Please, all of you, come to me now. And the rest kind of begin to jump down, bringing this one over. Zug, this guy kind of walks up to you and kind of tries to jostle you over. Haydn, you can make another wisdom saving throw, by the way, to stop.
Yeah, I want to break free. I rolled a 6.
Okay, so this guy comes and picks up Haydn.
No!
Brings you over.
I protest.
Does one of them attempt to touch Roman at all?
No, so they seem to be herding you kind of into the center in a corner. So as you kind of get brought over, this guy, the orc, so he turns to the orc. It's like, you were the other side of this brawl. The orc kind of tears streaming down his eyes. What's that? Yeah. What happened? Well, Viakorg here, wanted to know why there was a human here. And then that one killed him and points at Zug.
God.
Hey, that is not technical. That's not entirely accurate. Actually, that's disingenuous.
Did you attack first?
What language are they speaking?
Undercommon.
Oh wait, hold on. I don't know if I understand Uncommon.
As Aku hears was it a hobgoblin? Did you say?
The orc.
Oh, the orc. Speak. He's gonna put on his most timid and demure act and go, well, sir, you see, I felt very threatened, and my friends just stepped in here to defend me.
You can make a persuasion check.
Don't you mean deception?
Deception. Indeed. Disgrace.
Aku's never felt threatened in his life.
13. For this guy. Okay. It's gonna size you up. Look at your sphere. Look at your muscles. Gonna click his tongue. Why are you here, human?
At that, Roman's gonna step in between them both, and be like, I think you'll find that unless you have some kind of warrant against us, that is actually none of your business.
He looks down at the dead ogre. Looks back at you. I think it's been made my business.
Well, if you had let our friend here fix this little mess, then this wouldn't be anyone's business anymore. This ogre would be up on his feet and back to his little dirty business. His own. And out of my sight.
Names, please, each of you.
Really. Rasha sighs and gives his name, which obviously has its meaning in Undercommon. Yeah, it's Rasha Valteli, no, it's
You trying to be funny?
I'm really not a funny person.
He's from the countryside.
Yeah.
And my name, since you asked so nicely, is Romen of Den Everhtyl.
Okay. Looks at you, kind of sniggers. Yeah. Really? And I'm married to the Bright Queen.
It's a good job you have the ring to prove it, though, huh, Roman?
Do I have the ring? No one
Yeah,
gave me.
no, it's on your middle finger.
We slapped it on your finger.
So that's Ghost's ring.
Yeah, but you guys look the
It's an
same.
Everhtyl ring.
Yeah, it's family ring.
Is that what it was? Like, was it like
Yeah.
a signet ring, kind of family ring?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. And how about this? Does this bring back any memories for you?
Yo.
There's our boy.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion, man,
Oh,
killing
yeah.
me here. Where were all these persuasion checks when I was playing Ghost, man?
I know, right?
You guys
oh wait,
didn't get
yeah.
up to this much shit when you were playing Ghost. Actually, no, it's true.
I
Ascor
mean,
kept fucking
that's
up.
not true.
We did like draw the ire of Vox Machina upon ourselves.
When I do that, can I summon my echo behind me to make the same finger as well?
Yeah, sure.
And I got a 15.
15. Kind of takes a second. Looks at the echo. Looks back at you. All right. We'll get that checked out. If you are who you say you are, it won't be a problem. The rest of you, names.
Name your names and let's get it over with.
Right, well, what language is being spoken right now? I need
Undercommon.
clarification. Yeah, I know, but what's Roman speaking in?
Oh, he speaks in common when he speaks to everyone else.
What does he want?
He wants your names. If you just give
Oh.
them over, they'll write them down and they can confirm with my family later.
Oh,
Then we can get out of these streets.
Zug. Hi.
Zug. Kind of says it, and it doesn't quite sound correct in like the accent.
Yeah.
Points
it's
at
not an inspired name.
points at Haydn, release him, and Haydn, you feel the shackles around your body kind of release.
Yay. Now what?
Name?
So Hayden doesn't speak Undercommon. So
No.
he's just gonna stare at him blankly and be like, huh?
He is asking your name, Hayden.
Are you mutey? What's your name?
Oh, my name's Vanros.
Deception check.
Oh no. 14?
Rasha matters to Aku. Okay, is this what it is like when I am stressed and trying to not tell the truth?
You are worse, my friend.
Is this a 14 enough?
Really?
So he kind of clicks his tongue again. Goes so Zug, little lock, little pebble. Sorry,
Yes.
a member of the Everhtyl Den. Vanos, was it?
Van Ross.
Van Ross. You, and points at Ascor.
And he says,
Do you speak this language?
no, but people have been talking names, and so he knows what's up. And he goes, D's of House Nuts.
In common,
Yeah, in common, so he doesn't know shit.
these as nuts.
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 I love Ascor.
Where are you from?
Yo, mama.
He just goes. He just goes. Well, actually, I don't know what the question is. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
an
he doesn't.
undertone,
He
right?
talks to you. So he said D's of house nuts back to you. Then,
Yeah.
like,
He just nods.
And so he turns to Roman and goes, oh,
He wants to know where you're from.
and Ascor goes, the sea.
From
from where?
Roman
Why does
turns
he
to
not
this
speak
guy
our
and says,
language?
because he's not a drow, he's a fishman, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, sorry. That was great. No, he's not that intense then. He's like, fair
Yeah.
enough. If you don't know the language, yeah, he's talking like a drow. My bad. And finally, the human. He addresses this question to you because he presumed Aku doesn't speak under common.
Oh.
But he might be wrong.
Aku just says human in common. Like, he understands what he's asked him perfectly. He just goes, my name is human.
Okay. So I'm presented with a bunch of people who have killed a civilian of the city, most of whom I think are lying about their names.
No!
Odd
What a
company for a member of House Everhtyl, don't you think? Den Everhtyl, sorry.
Well, it's been an odd couple of years. Now, we've just returned to the city, so if you don't mind, since
I
there
do
seems
mind.
to be no further problem here, then we will
What do
be
you
on
mean
our
no further
way.
problem?
What's
There's
the
a dead
problem?
body here, and he's responsible at the very least. And points to Zug.
Rasha,
First of all, he attacked us, and we said we could fix that, so... Not really seeing the problem.
yeah, and under common, Rash replies with a, yes, it is very possible for me to bring him back to life. It is not hard, just costly.
Hold his
Time is
arm.
money, friend.
I think I'm going to take something you've said. I think we do right. These streets need cleaning up. Cuffs, each of them.
All of us?
You take them somewhere to be questioned.
Uh,
Alert Den Everhtyl, there may be one of them amongst them, or at least we found one of their children's rings.
I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay, go for it.
And then I am going to dash and try to break line of sight and hide.
Okay.
Yeah, Rash is probably going to mutter in common so people who don't understand under common can hear, yeah, they're going to arrest us, so, get ready for that one.
Yeah,
know-
so I think the closest place to break line of sight is probably around this corner over here. So
I
Yeah.
will allow you to do that as like a surprise thing, but I will ask you to make one wisdom saving throw as one of them manages to get a whole person spell off. If you succeed, then you are running free.
5.
Fail. As you like disengage, like throw it off, you kind of think, and you go to run, you freeze.
Big oof.
Why is hold person always ruin my life?
You know, after all we've done, I'm really surprised it's the first time we've been arrested.
Yeah, me too, actually, Zug. Me too.
You have a good lawyer, don't you, Ascor? Should be alright.
Ascor doesn't reply, but he says he connects to Rasha telepathically and says, "Look, I can make them not interested in us. Shall I do that? Shall I just do it? I didn't want to do it because of all the other times, but I can do it."
Rasha's gonna reply telepathically with a, "It really has to work, and there are a lot of them, Ascor. Can you do it? Can you definitely do it?"
Well, they won't know if I try, so it's worth a try. And with that,
While
we just-
Ascor
Yep.
and Rasha are having this conversation in their heads, you guys will notice Roman. He's put his sword obviously behind him. At this point, he's just kind of going to pinch his head, dissipate his echo, and if there's a guard coming right into him, he's going to like put his hands out towards the guard to receive the cuffs, and he's just going to say really, really bitterly, "Let's see where this gets you, shall we? This will be fun later."
Yeah, so as Ascor was doing that, they've each kind of brought out some manacles, and you see these kind of have runes on them. And as they go to clasp it, I will say, Ascor, you do your thing.
Runes is it now? Anti-magic manacles is it now? So yeah, I guess in a sphere, 20 feet, I guess. Basically, I create a sphere, an invisible sphere, 20 foot in size, trying to capture as many of these dudes as possible.
20 feet.
Yeah, 20
Centering,
feet.
where? I don't know.
Wherever I can maximize, including the leader there. So probably, yeah, like.
That's probably best you're doing.
Yeah.
You're missing
cool.
3 of them. Yeah.
All right, cool. And yeah, I'm gonna.
No, I think actually, yeah, I think you can miss. No, yeah, you've always missed 3 no matter what.
Cool. As long as I got the boss man in there, and as many of the casters, I guess, as possible. There are casters.
I think you can get. Oh, if you want to get more of the casters, you can get all the casters and then miss 3 of the warriors on this side. You can miss these 3 and get everyone here.
Yep, let's do that. And those boys have to make a what kind of charisma saving throw? DC 17.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 of them. Okay.
And I'm gonna make it a heightened spell as well for boss man.
Okay.
So that's 5 source requiring.
What is the spell?
Calm emotions. So I'm just going to make them indifferent to us. Everyone friendly. Removes any like frightened conditions. Or...
It's not a charm effect, is it? They don't have advantage.
I don't believe so.
You can suppress an effect causing a target to be charmed. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So DC 17. Okay, I'm gonna roll for the mages first. That's the first one fails. Second one fails. Natural 20 for this one up here. Starting with the warrior, so right to the left. That's a fail. I'll do the last warrior. I don't. Yeah. And then I'll do 2 for the disadvantage for the boss man, right?
Yeah.
17. That's okay. I don't think he is +5 to charisma. So it's a DC of 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've rolled a 17 and a 13. That's only a +3, so he fails. So let me read this. Calm emotion. You just have to switch with people. You choose them range. If a creature fails, so you can choose one of the 2 following effects. So only make a target indifferent with creatures that are hostile towards it. There's indifferent as a target that to harm by a spell. When it's being to harm with a spell, the creature becomes hostile again. Okay. Oh, this is difficult wording. Like, indifferent doesn't mean they stop their action, right?
No, but it means if we walk away, like, they're not fussed. That's how I interpreted it. Isn't there literally indifferent?
That's the definition of indifferent. I agree with
No,
you.
yeah, because I'm doing
But they're
indifferent
also
as in like
indifferent
they're
about
not
your
like
arrest.
that. Like they want like it's just they're not angry with you anymore, right? But they still think they should arrest you. It's not like you're oblivious to them.
It's like you can be very
Lack of
indifferent
interest.
about your job, but still definitely do your job. Right?
Let me read it one more time. Let's have a look.
Because it's emotions, not like desires.
Yeah.
Mm.
You can make a target indifferent about creatures that it's hostile towards. That's how I interpreted it.
It's like hostile, indifferent, friendly. Let's say that those are the three staying. They'll still acknowledge you, still interact with you, just without a level of hostility, ire, or hate. They may be more rational in this state. Yeah, emotionally indifferent guards will still fulfill their roles as guards, investigating, arresting, and even still attacking if deemed appropriate.
Is that what that says? Literally, this
No.
description.
No. So
almost...
there's a discussion about it.
Oh right.
And
Right.
that's what somebody has said. Doesn't mean it's 100% correct. Yeah, it doesn't turn them into brain-dead automatons. It calms them. So,
Okay.
if what I will say is that will reset all the negative rolls that you guys have had. If while they're arresting you, you want to make any other case, you can, but they're still going to put the shackles on.
Would I know this in that case? Would I know that quality of the spell?
I think you would see that it has succeeded on a lot of them, and you can see their faces kind of relax. You can see that kind of the guards looking a bit tense. You can see in particular the guard captain who was kind of glaring at each of you seems to have relaxed his stance a little bit. He's a bit more casual. You are aware that this has happened and that these guys are calmer.
What I meant was like before casting this, would I know that this is the sort of effect it has on people?
Yeah. However, this is a concentration spell, as is disguise self. So upon casting this,
disguise self isn't concentration.
Pardon? Does the hat disguise not require concentration?
No, the disguise self is concentration either. I don't think.
No. So while wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast the disguise spell self from it at will.
It's not concentration though.
Yeah.
But is disguise self not concentration, just a
Nope.
spell of itself? No, it's not. You're absolutely correct. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, so you can, sorry. So yeah, absolutely. Would you know this spell? I'd say that you would have used this spell enough to know that these creatures are still going to carry out their duties. They're just not going to care about you as much. They're not going to be angry.
In that case, Jimmy, based on that, would it be possible if I made a different decision based on that knowledge?
If you expected a different outcome from the spell, then yeah, sure.
I guess I kind of did. Okay. Yeah. Okay. In that case, probably going to go with Dominate Person just on the boss man.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Yo, I miss counterspell.
Okay. You are going to get counterspelled.
No, again, subtle spell.
Subtle spell. Okay, cool. And is this a wisdom saving throw? Will be charmed by you for duration. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
When can I try to break out a hold person again?
This is all happening very quickly, so I will probably allow you one more.
And can I tell who is casting it on me?
Yeah.
Or is it someone different every time?
This guy.
Okay.
So advantage. Sorry, the stat box a little bit weird. Is this a charm target? It is a charm.
Shit, what is he? Is he a drow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's
he does make you a disadvantage with the heightened spell effect as well.
Okay, so you did heighten and subtle?
Yeah, so you can use Psionic Sorcery to, instead of casting the spell using a meta magic, you can cast a spell using your sorcery point. And when you do that, it doesn't require any components, the same as a subtle spell.
Okay, and then is it
I
heightened
know it's
as
a
well?
mindfuck, but I read it. So yeah, because then then obviously you can apply a subtle spell to a casting of a spell, so I'm doing that.
Okay.
Magic.
I will just, given that I've rolled about 4 times now, I will roll this as a single roll. Okay, that's a fail. So that there was a 14.
In that case, I think I basically can just control this dude for about a minute.
Because it's best to obey, yeah.
Yeah. And I can do that telepathically, right?
Yeah.
I need to understand you.
While the Tika is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it as long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence. You can use telepathic issue commands to the creature while you are conscious. It does its best to obey. It needs to understand you, I think.
Oh,
you can use your action to take total and precise control of the target until the end of your next turn. The creature takes only the actions you choose and doesn't do anything you don't allow it to.
Hey, that's the good shit.
During this time, you can also cause the creature to use a reaction, which requires use your own reaction. Yeah. So
Let's
you
go,
would need to
Ascor.
take precise control of this creature. Because it wouldn't understand your commands.
It wouldn't understand my commands.
No.
So it's not like a power word, whatever, and you don't have to speak the same language. It just does whatever you say, even if it doesn't understand.
It says
It's
you
not like
can use the telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious, which it does its best to obey. You can specify a simple and general course of action, such as attack the creature roam over there. If the creature completes the order, I mean, yeah.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'll probably just take control of him, and as the guys are sort of walking over to kind of
Manacles on.
To manacles, he's just gonna step forward and sort of grab one of them by the wrist and go and sort of slowly pull the the manacle dude's hand away, and just sort of wave to all of them.
They all stop and kind of look curiously. Haydn, you can make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
They kind of said to him like
16.
16 fail.
What?
Is everything okay, sir?
And he just goes and just walks between each of them, just sort of taking the manacles off every single one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you walk past one of them,
Yeah, when
he's
he's
gonna
doing
kind
that,
of he's gonna grab that with one of the mages is gonna grab your hand. They grab your hand in the thing. Is everything okay, sir? Look you right in the eyes.
And then looking straight back at him.
Rasha's gonna mutter in common at Ascor. He's asking if you're alright.
what is he doing? What are you doing? Just go with them. It'll be over soon.
Who did you shout that to?
I'll say this
Ascor.
one's gone over here now, so he's gone there.
Because Roman can see Ascor's like he doesn't know he's casting spells, right? But he's not putting the manacles on, and he's somehow walking between them. So like, big brain over here is kind of a bit like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you playing at?
I don't know. I panicked. He says in common.
We've got nothing to worry about. We've done nothing wrong. We'll get out of this as soon as they establish who we are. Just go with them. It's like, what do you do?
In that case, Ascor like profusely sweating, but because he looks like a fish guy, it looks totally normal. Just in that case, he's gonna go. Well, should I just undo this?
Do what?
As you are having this
Oh my
conversation, this guy's
God.
just completely frozen and is looking around confused. And the mage is going to wave his hand in front of this guy's face and cast a spell magic.
Oh no.
Does it have to be of a certain level, Dispel Magic?
It does, so he's going to roll.
And does that work on conditions as well? I don't think it does, Dispel Magic.
No, I'm going to check.
I think it's normally like restoration, stuff like that.
Every single question I've ever asked has been like asked already on Google.
Amazing.
Yeah, it can be dispelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, what? Just in that moment, he's probably just going to slap the guy's hand away as he's casting. Just be like,
Well, no, but you're over here. Like, he's here.
who? Let me look.
Oh,
at
no,
him.
sorry. You're going to take control of the guy and do that?
Yeah.
Just slap his hand away and just hand him, hold out a pair of manacles to him.
Okay, this has been successful. The roll. You've lost connection. And you're just going to hold his head, look back up, and he's still going to have calm emotions. No, sorry, that didn't happen. Like, the fury's
No.
back in his eyes, like manacles now, quickly. And each of you, a lot rougher than before, our manacles are affixed to you. If anyone is resisting, let me know. But
I am.
Yeah, no, Haydn, you are still. You can make one final check.
60.
Why does this never work? Why does this never work?
Because it's a minute-long spell. It's barely enough time to go around and pick up all the manacles.
Yeah.
So, you are each now bound in these, and if any of you are going to kind of flicker an attempt of magic, it doesn't seem to work with these manacles on.
No.
And you're kind of lined up and begin to get walked frog march side to side through Rosohna. A lot of looks, a lot of like a lot of people kind of snickering or asking questions as the Spice Boys are frog marched in manacles through Rosohna.
Long overdue,
And we
let's
will
be real.
continue. And we will continue.
Deserve this.
And we will
guys.
continue where we are after the break. Thank you all for watching. See you in 10 minutes.
Oh my god, see you guys soon.
Did Haydn get away?
No.
Why are they so
Nadan
scared
did,
of
though.
jail?
Wouldn't you like
Yeah,
to know?
Nadan's
Nadan? Oh my god, if he rescues us from jail, we have to prioritize the saving Nadan arc.
over the windows to keep my recordings echo free. I'm satisfied to be inside, I'm all the time up in my mind, an automatic fire until I'm shooting blanks. I kick the writer's block and it's crotching, don't stop until it's dropping my words and cursing me while I'm yelling thanks. Cause you gotta take back what's yours, and if you never had it, we'll start at your ground floor. Ignore the entire world till you can't be ignored, then go make yourself a ruckus, say fuck this, I'm kicking down their damn door. I ain't saying that it's easy, baby, but goddamn it, is it complicated. I got scars to prove it, taking steps to date, it's just a matter of time before we make it. I ain't saying that it's easy, baby, but goddamn it, is it complicated. I got scars to prove it, taking steps to date, it's just a matter of time before we break shit. Yeah. See, the problem is, I've been keeping my eye on you. Why don't you show me something you got in the tank, boo? Words count for nothing, you can't buy food with a thank you. Yeah, run your mouth about how you be crafting dank brews, but another month is passing, your Spotify is still playing. Boo, thought you were gonna paint too, you were making gains too. This is kinda lame, you're still looking like the same you. Never take the blame, you. Video games, you ambition on a tame brute, looking like a lame you. And I ain't saying this is easy, baby, but goddamn it isn't complicated. I got scars to prove it, taking stubs to date it, just a matter of time before we make it. I ain't saying that it's easy, baby, but goddamn it isn't complicated. I got scars to prove it, taking steps to date it, just a matter of time before we make it. I ain't saying that it's easy, baby, but goddamn it isn't complicated. I got scars to prove it, taking steps to date it, just a matter of time before we break shit. I ain't saying that it's easy, baby, but goddamn it isn't complicated. I got scars to prove it, taking steps to date it, just a matter of time before we make it. I ain't saying that it's easy, baby, but goddamn it isn't complicated. I got scars to prove it, taking steps to date it, just a matter of time before we break shit.
Take it from me, I've learned my lesson. She gave everything, she was such a blessing, but from day to day, she would change her ways. Give me her love, then she'd take it away, take it away, take it away. Just like the Reaper, thought she was the one for me, turned out she was the sleeper. Sleeping on me, in this game of love, I was too blind to see, it'll never be enough. So good is never good enough for her, she won't stay for long while she's bringing you down, but she'll She's like an elevator, elevator. She'll take you up and bring you down, down, down. She's like an elevator, elevator. She'll take you up and bring you down, down. Just like an elevator. Take it from me, I've learned my lesson. She gave everything, she was such a blessing. But from day to day, she would change her ways. Give me her love, then she'd take it away.
Welcome back. So, not a huge amount has happened in this session. The group left Casadus, and we're going to perhaps try to contact him later, despite attempting to rob him to deal with the amulet. However, they were accosted, no longer under protection of the invisibility spell to hide Aku, by some members of the city that had an issue with a human. A couple of failed rolls led to a quick altercation where Zug very swiftly dispatched one of the ogres. They were then accosted by the city guard, and after a few rolls, a bit of shenanigans, eventually they were arrested, put in magical manacles, and are now being led through the city. As you guys are kind of being jostled to and fro, you are kind of moved slowly through the city towards a couple of paths that seem to lead downwards, underground, into a huge cavern. You can kind of spiral downwards, and you kind of get occasional like glimpses of it outside as kind of rocks and crystals are kind of shimmering off into the distance, exposed ore that seems to glow a tiny bit. The base of the cavern is like a neighborhood of stone and glass buildings lit with green lantern light. There's a lot more drow here than there are anywhere else. Kind of on top, you had a bit of a mixture, especially in the place you have been, but this appears to very much be the drow part of the city. Roman, you would know this to be Shadowshire. You are led towards a large iron structure with a spiked metallic railing, kind of burning braziers flanking the large front doors as you approach them. And it's a pretty... think Torghast from WoW. It's a pretty unfriendly, menacing building. And as you're kind of led in, pushed through a little bit by the various guards, it's slightly, for all of you except for Roman, it is slightly discombobulating. As you're moving, you kind of lose sense of yourself a little bit, kind of which direction you've gone, what's up and down. Focusing on kind of anything becomes a little bit difficult, and you, after a couple of twists and turns, you all have no idea where you've gone, and you each just kind of put in separate cells with kind of bars on the outside, like a cell door, bars made of carved into the stone, with a one green lantern light kind of in the flickering. It is cold. There is a pretty basic toilet in each of these. A bench kind of held up by chains, no reading materials, a couple of scratches on the walls in each of them to seem to indicate people playing games or kind of marking off time, and you were all separated. You didn't seem to go down that far. Roman, you would know that there are 4 levels at least to this prison, and each level kind of becomes progressively darker and not worse, let's put it that way. And you seem to be on the 1st or 2nd level based on your reckoning. Also, the kind of vague dunamantic field, not really affecting you in the same way it's affecting the others. The rest of you are kind of, it's a bit like you're dizzy constantly. You're still wearing the shackles, and they seem to be like tight. You seem to be attached to the wall as well once you walk in. Yeah. What if anything are you guys doing?
How far separated are we? Is it like the cells are adjacent to each other and we see each other getting put in them, or is
No,
it? No.
so you would have been put in one. So you would have seen someone get put in one, walked for a bit, but given the field, everybody except for Roman would have lost any idea of distance or how long you've been walking between them or direction. Roman, you estimate you're about 2 to 3 minutes walk from each other.
Rasha's probably staring at his cuffed hands, raises them slightly, peers at them, and probably spies little scratch marks on the manacles on his armor. And just
Ascor, upon being put in the cell, your form would have faded.
Oh, wonderful.
Is this like a no magic zone?
Hmm.
You might get that sense. Also, Roman, you would know this is the Dungeon of Penance.
Another question, DM. When we were taken into custody, were we searched at all? Were our bags and belongings taken off of us, or were we just chucked into the cells as we were?
Nope, you were just chucked in the cell. None of that seems to have been done anything to yet.
What a bunch of a-holes.
I mean, you did decapitate someone.
Yeah.
Didn't
No, I
you?
meant it was thinking of the Guardians of the Galaxy thing.
Okay. If none of you are going to make an attempt to do anything, or leave, I'll.
Oh,
if
I
that-
am.
Something happens. Yeah, Hayden thought so.
Well,
You're shackled to the wall.
I'm
Hands in
shackled to the
cuffs.
wall.
Yeah, hands in cuffs.
I'm gonna try casting Mage Hand. Does it work?
No.
Okay. Well. I'm gonna.
Come on.
I'm gonna kind of pull my fingers down and kind of dig them into the archery bracer that I have on my wrist.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna work at this for a little while. And eventually something will start to pop out. And it is my lockpicking kit. Ta-da! I have a prop,
Okay.
you guys. Woo!
Yo, thieves' tools, for
actual,
real.
Oh, yeah.
Actual
Okay.
lockpicks. So there you guys go. You can see them if you want. From when I went and
Yeah, let's
studied
have a look.
lockpicking one time.
Oh
Very
yeah,
nice.
you got a
That's what he
nice.
does.
There's a rake there. There's a few good ones. Yeah, it's nice.
So I'm going to wriggle
Why'd you
these
go
out
for
of my
this?
sleeve and attempt to maneuver them into the locks and see if I can pick myself out of this mess.
Okay, absolutely. Make a dexterity check with advantage because you have a prop, frankly.
Yes. Okay.
You've got your
dexterity check.
proficiency in there as well. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Yeah, you're
So
proficient as
there's
well.
my first one and my second one. So does a 24 succeed?
A 24 succeeds. So you manage to kind of tick them off, and I'd say with the 24 as well, you don't even manage to properly you don't even click them off. You kind of leave them in a state where you could
Oh,
pull them off
sorry.
if needed.
Hold on. Was that a dex save or a dex check?
No, Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing because you're using proficiency as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you just
because
pull them
I've
off.
also got proficiency in thieves' tools. So
Yeah, absolutely. So 24 with the 24, you are free, and you
Mm-hmm.
can leave them in any arrangement on your wrist that you choose. They don't fall off and climb.
cool. Yeah, I will slowly slide them off and quietly put them. Are they attached to the wall? Or are they just?
Yeah.
Am I just in the cell? Okay, yeah. I'll just slowly slide them off my wrists and gently lay them against the wall so they don't clatter or make too much noise. And then
Okay.
I will pick up my tools and start working on the entrance to the cell.
So there is a guard standing outside,
I will not do that.
facing away from you. So at the
Um,
moment, I'm assuming you're being very quiet.
Yeah, what does the rest of the cell look like?
So it's a steel, made of stone, kind of carved into the rock. There's iron bars that are the door. There's a very simple kind of basic toilet function, just kind of a slightly overdone hole in the ground. And other than that, there's a bench with some chains putting off, and a bench there, kind of holds suspending it, and then there's obviously your chains and a ring through them that they're being used to.
How big is the hole in the ground?
Not big.
Okay. And you said that I have all of my items with me.
You do have all your items with you, yeah.
I'm going to stealthily attempt to pick the lock to my cell, but if I do manage to open it silently, I will not open it quite yet. I don't want to alert the guard.
Okay,
That I'm
make a lockpicking check. Okay.
Okay. So if I remember correctly, that is how do I roll that again? It's a sleight of hand check, I believe. Plus
No, this. Yeah, sleight of hand because it's dex and proficiency.
Okay, cool. 31.
31. Yeah, with that, I would say you managed to quietly pick this lock. You could swing it open if you wanted.
Cool. Next, I'm gonna take two things out of my bag.
Okay.
The first thing is my Wand of Hold Person.
Okay.
Which has 7 charges on it. So that's ready to go. But the second thing I'm gonna bring out is my Egg of Distraction.
Okay. Sure.
And from inside my cell, I'm going to pick up my Egg of Distraction, and I'm gonna, you know how like you can like spin Beyblades in like certain directions? I'm gonna like start spinning the egg, but make it so like it will like skitter across the pavement stones to like land in front of where the guard is facing. So it should be in his line of sight, but like away from me.
It's a concentration check, right? Sorry, a wisdom saving throw.
DC 13 wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. He is transfixed by the egg.
Yes.
Take away.
This is so correct.
I'm going.
That was a fucking 2. Oh wait, it's a charm effect.
Is it?
Oh.
I will roll it in case it is, then I will look it up, because that second one is...
This magical egg. Oh, it's not the only one, not by a long shot. It's a peculiarly effective magical device. When spun on its wide end, the egg enchants all who sees it. Enchantment. Momentarily distracting them.
That's absolutely... They are distracted. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Now I'm going to try to silently slip out of my cell.
Okay.
And what order was Haydn thrown into the cells of the whole group? Was he the last one, or was he...
no, he was third.
Third? Okay, and who was put in the cells before me, and who was after?
So first was Roman, and second was Aku.
Cool. So that means the other way is going to be Ascor and...
Ascor, Zug, and Rasha.
What's the tactical play here?
We're getting through the Dunamancy as well. Oh.
This... Oh man, this... Don't make this be a mistake, Luke. I'm gonna start heading towards Ascor.
It always is a mistake. How do you think we got in here?
You head in the direction that you think Ascor is in. Kind of trying to navigate your way through the like iron and stone. Could you make a survival check with disadvantage for me?
Oh fuck. Oh, this isn't gonna be good. 13.
You walk, you take a couple of turns, you kind of go past a couple of cells, take a kind of avoiding a few guards. Actually, make a stealth roll as well. As while you're moving around.
That won't be a problem for you.
22.
Yeah, it's 22. You managed to move pretty like no one seems to be expecting anyone to be out of their cells. It's pretty easy to kind of dodge around them, but in like the few cells you go past and see, you do not see any of your friends. And you are now lost.
Oh, fuck.
You don't know where your cell was. You don't know the way out.
Can I retrace my steps easily to return where I came from?
No idea where you came from.
Okay. And let's see. What's my I don't think I've got anything that can help me find my way out of places like this. I've got Urchin. You know the secret patterns and flow to cities and can find passages through the urban sprawl that others would miss. So this isn't quite the same, is it?
This is a Dunamantic field, making it unsure where you're going.
Okay. That's understandable. Fuck.
Like for all you know, the turn up ahead to the right is the way out, or like a dead end.
I guess
you can't focus on the route.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Disguise Self. Does it work?
Okay. Here, yeah, in the corridors of the prison, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna make myself look like the guard that I slipped past earlier.
Okay.
Or I'm not gonna look exactly like him. I'm gonna like have his uniform and everything, but I'm gonna like make my features look a little bit like him. So I could I will be him. I'll just will be him.
Okay, be him.
I will be him. So I'm casting that, and I am just gonna keep. Now I'm gonna straighten my back, and look like I'm meant to be there, and keep walking and see if I can find my way out.
Okay. Yeah, make another survival check with disadvantage.
Okay. 11.
11. We will say you wander for a while. If you see a guard, would you approach them?
I think what I would do is I would try to stay out of sight first and like watch the body language or behavior between other guards greeting each other.
Okay.
Are they like nodding at each other as they pass, or saying anything, or ignoring each other, or like what are they kind of acting like?
So I'd say that a lot of them kind of you see so you now seem to have gone to a different part of the prison, and these cells have multiple guards, 2 or 3 to a cell. If you peer in, you see a couple of drow. In them, you see what you think may or may not be a human. In one of them, a couple of them have a couple of orcs, as well as some creatures you might not recognize, and as well as a couple of halflings.
Wait,
the
did you
guards-
say as well as Zug?
A couple of halflings.
Oh.
I will say
wish.
that you don't see any guards kind of patrolling. There doesn't seem to be any kind of the ones you do see are kind of statically waiting out like outside. They don't seem to be moving between them too much yet.
Okay, so I haven't seen any of them like walk past or acknowledge
Greet
each other in any
no.
way. Okay, then I will not acknowledge them as I am doing my patrol. But as I start to see that we're starting to get towards the cages that have got multiple guards outside of them, I'm probably gonna try to turn around without drawing any attention to myself and go back the way I came, hopefully. Because I'm thinking,
Okay.
if I was in a cell that only had one person in front of it, probably my mates are as well, so I'm probably in the wrong part of the jail now.
So you also kind of have no perception of how long this has been going on.
Oh, God.
So the guard may or may not have raised the alarm, depending on how long you've been walking. You feel you've been walking for like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'll also get a sense of if it's been an hour, because my disguised self will start to flicker and
Okay.
fade, so...
Okay, I will say that you've had to recast it once.
Okay. So that's the second spell slot done. That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
I've recasted it.
Cool. So 2 hours. If you want to make a final survival check before maybe something else happens.
Oh, dear.
Disadvantage.
Come on, natty 20. I need you right now.
Okay.
Oh. 8.
Like the cumulative difficulty focusing, the complete lack of direction. At this point, you aren't even sure if you're going up or down anymore. Like, look, what walls just seem to go. You do not find any of your friends. You are wandering. Sometimes you seem to go a while without even seeing another cell or another guard. Like, you seem to be lost within this maze.
Cool.
Afterwards,
Last thing, just FYI, I am keeping probably a 3-foot piece of rope coiled up in my hand, so I can cast a quick rope trick if I need to.
Okay.
But I just have it prepared in case I need to shoop away.
okay, cool.
All right. I guess that's me.
So we will now go to Roman's cell. And Roman, you're not affected by any of this. You know that you aren't particularly far in, and you're just, I imagine, quite frustrated and and you hear it coming. Kind of, there's a couple of like chains clinking, and doors unlocking, and 3 figures are kind of approaching, and the guard kind of salutes, and kind of puts it down, and your cell door is opened, and in floats a figure.
Of all the people they could have sent here.
Well, it is my job.
Didn't take you on to be a welcoming party.
I thought of the many things I could quip upon entering,
Hmm.
but honestly, seeing you in here it's funny enough.
Brilliant. Just brilliant.
You're obviously free to go. I will be talking to your friends, though.
They are not my friends, first of all. And
Wonderful.
there's
Would you like
no-
to accompany me for the questioning then?
I don't think there's any need for questioning. They haven't done anything.
They had killed a citizen of this town, of the city, of the
One
dynasty.
who accosted us first. The last I remembered, that's how it worked. You were able to protect yourself, especially when it seems to be a pretty lax guard around here these days.
Well, having been away
Well,
for 10 years, I am sure your story, if that is what you are sticking to, they will verify. And you, and who you are, obviously, will carry a lot of weight. And I'm sure they will be fine. Who are they?
friends of my brother's.
How is Elenia?
Same as always.
Smiles a little bit at that. For those of you who don't know what Essek Thelyss looks like, I will post in chat. But he is a drow wizard. Two.
That's it. He's a drow.
There's a
wizard.
drow wizard. This is literally the description. It's a very handsome male drow. He has very short, wide hair on the sides that come up to a half-curved coif to one side. His eyes are violet blue. He wears an elaborate mantle and deep purple and black robes that almost entirely obscure his body. Under the mantle is a comfortable, sleek, well-trimmed kind of Johassian style of clothing. He doesn't walk. He drifts everywhere. And he there's a sense of, very much at the moment, a sense of smugness and amusement at what is happening in front of him.
Music turned off, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, since you offered, I suppose I could accompany you.
Yes, you could learn more about your brother's friends. Where is
Hmm.
Alenia? Does he not want to answer for them?
Since when has Elenia answered for anything in his life?
Yeah. Your parents have been notified of your return to the city.
Not quite what I had in mind, but I suppose it is what it is. Well then, are you going to get me out of these things or not?
Oh, yeah, like motions for them, one of the others to let you out of your manacles.
Roman takes a little bit of pleasure in when he stands up, even though Essek's kind of floating a bit, but he's still kind of a bit taller than him and a bit bigger, a bit stronger, just kind of like, oh.
Absolutely. Towering over a little bit. Looks up you. So how were your studies for the past 10 years?
Well, I should be very interested to update you on everything I learned while I was away, but perhaps not now. Even you, perhaps, would require a stiff drink in order to hear what happened.
Fascinating. Is there a reason you're traveling with a half-elf that matches the description of the livery boy I'm expecting?
Well, considering I woke up in the barbed fields after apparently being away for 10 years, although where I was, it's not exactly like I could measure time, with a group of miscreants surrounded me, brought there by my brother, who I assume came here before they left, so
Yes.
you will know
briefly.
more than me.
They weren't really in the city for very long, but yes, broadly the same group left, except that you have changed in for Elenia.
Well then, why are you asking me? I clearly wasn't here, so... Don't you have people for that?
They've brought you and the others here, although obviously you are not bound here as the others are.
Well, we'll see about that, won't we?
Yes, well, to the first one, and he kind of like grimaces a little bit and kind of gestures for you to follow. And he will go forward to Aku's cell and kind of open up the door. Aku, like, let's up. And he was speaking common. Hello. I don't believe you gave my guards your name. Would you be so kind?
I guess this is Essek, right?
Yeah.
In his head, he'll hear Aku say his name.
Thank you. My name is Essek Thelyss, and I am the Shadowhand to the Bright Queen. It is my job to assess threats within the city. Why are you here? Roman will be behind Essek at this point.
Aku kind of like thinks really hard for a few minutes, as if like he's kind of questioning why is he here in the first place.
You know, that's a good question.
Well, I am accompanying a friend who seeks a way to rid himself of a curse that this man here, and he points to Roman, his brother has placed upon him. Probably accidentally, maybe, we think.
Just turns to Roman. Dealing with curses now? Are we?
He didn't say that I did it.
His brother.
Yes, Elenia. Which friend? Which one, please?
The Rasha, the rock man, little pebble.
Yeah.
Sorry, he doesn't actually take the piss out of Rasha.
Ah,
His
so
name
that's
takes the piss out of Rasha for him.
like Mr. Roman. That is that creature's name.
He and as far as he is aware, he is a drow. So even Roman is a bit like.
Yeah, there's a moment of a drow named Little Rock. It's Little Rock or Little Pebble. I'm being.
Hold on,
Kinda like
wait, Essek says that.
interchangeable.
Okay,
Roman says, I believe it was Little Pebble.
and he
Look,
is from.
He doesn't realize he's not a drow. This is just a very sensitive topic that we should all be very considerate about because he was brought up in an unusual situation.
Who's known the whole time?
Too pretty.
In what situation? Where is he from? Sarius, Bazozan, Wildlands.
Damn, I can't remember where he's from.
Also, it's the name of the village.
Oh yeah, he's from Ortsa. As I vaguely recall, he was brought up by Drow society.
Essek clicks his tongue. I see. And where are you from, Aku?
I mean, that's a very vague question. I mean, what are you asking there? Are you asking, where my house is, or are you asking
Where do
where
your
I s-
allegiances lie? To a nation, to yourself, to the pursuit of knowledge, to a god?
Aku kind of looks a little bit unsurely at Roman, as if he doesn't really know enough of what he can say without sort of causing a lot of fuss. So he goes, coin, mostly.
A predictable allegiance, at least. Thank you. Well, you seem to have caused quite the stir. Could you let me know what, in your words, happened on the street? Why an ogre was decapitated by your orcish friend?
I'll have you know that I did absolutely nothing. All I was doing was walking down the street with my companions. I did not say anything. I did not draw my weapon. I did nothing. And as for what happened to him, he was threatening me, our group, Romen. One of our members of our group didn't understand Undercommon,
Right.
felt very threatened by the tone of the orc, and felt that,
Threatened by a tone in a language he didn't understand.
well, I mean, aggression is pretty universal, wouldn't you agree?
So he was took an aggressive action.
Yes, that is what I said.
My apologies.
And given that another one of our members, Ascor, his life is Zug's responsibility, I imagine he acted within reason, given that he felt his life was in danger. But, like I said, I didn't take part, so I wouldn't really know.
Well, thank you for your cooperation. I don't believe I have anything else I have to ask you at this moment. As the Roman, it lines up with what you said, I believe.
Well, it is what I told you.
And yes, indeed.
Too much sass in one room.
I honestly didn't know what you expected. You're wasting your time.
It turns back to you. Humans are mistrusted here. For good reason. Many of the peoples here are killed on sight by various humans. Our relations with the nations around us are fractured at best. And as a result, you will probably encounter, should you walk through the streets of our city again, many who have lost family members to our wars, battles, skirmishes, or random lynchings by humans. Animosity is, unfortunately, a part of everyday life. I believe it is possibly what has led to this interaction today.
I am well aware, but honestly, I'm in the same position. I also hate humans for the most part, so
Kind of cocks his eyebrow. And yet, no magic on you. Almost a human, then.
he just sighs, raises his eyebrows, like he's not going to say anymore.
It's not necessary. Thank you. And he kind of begins to walk out, or float out with Roman. Shuts the door behind you. And goes to Haydn's cell, where I would like Roman and Essek to make wisdom saving throws.
I can't believe you're
my
making Essek Thelyss do a
Oh my
wisdom
god,
saving
oh my
throw.
god. If
Egg
I
of
nail Essek with
distraction.
the egg of distraction, this will be the best things to ever happen to me.
What's the DC?
Oh my fucking god! I rolled a 2. I got a 5.
Essek rolled a 12, but he's got a +3, so it's 15.
No! The DC's 13!
Okay, so as you kind of approach, you see the guard so absolutely transfixed. And Roman, you can't virtualize either, but Essek kind of moves away and is like, "Why is that cell door open?" And like looks at both of you, and why are both of you kind of blocks your vision and it's broken? Why are both of you focusing on the egg? And the guard kind of,
What egg?
I'm sorry, what I. Essek like stops the egg and picks it up. What is this? Do you know, Roman?
Why do you assume that I know everything? I literally told you I arrived here.
then clearly made the mistake of assuming you know anything.
Oh,
Oh.
It kind of puts the guard in the egg in the hand of the guard. Find him quickly.
A tight
has
ship you're
something
running
I
here,
want.
Thelyss.
He kind of looks back at you and says,
Hmm.
"On to
Things
the
have
next
changed
one.
since I've been away.
Find him. He can't have got far. The romantic field will still not enable him to leave.
I will never get tired of Roman just going, well, things have changed around here.
Well,
Like,
Such
back
boomer
in my
energy.
day.
Keep doing
love
that,
it.
please.
Okay.
Roman's going to turn to Essek and be like, which of them was ensconced in this very secure cell you have in here?
the half elf.
Oh, the little one!
Yes.
Oh, your
Haydn,
mailman!
apparently.
Your mailman's escaped! Ah, how unfortunate.
Quite
Mm.
another climb to add to the list.
Mm. Well, I mean, hopefully the fields in here are still working. Would be a shame if they had, lost their power over the years.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm sure they are. I do see to them personally.
Yeah, you might want to get them seen to again then, just to be sure.
I trust my men, and not all of us are transfixed by little trinkets. Pulls out the egg again.
Does he fucking roll the egg?
No, he's just holding it in his
Okay.
hand.
Oh my god. Hmm.
Is Essek Thelyss threatening Roman with an egg?
No, I think not meanly teasing, making fun of Roman with an egg is perhaps a better description.
Roman snatches the egg and puts it in his pocket.
I don't get to look into, I'm sure. Maybe it could
yeah.
be the focus of your next paper. And Ascor, you probably hear this fairly snarky exchange as they're walking down the thing to
I
your
guess it's
cell.
probably an undercommon though.
Yeah, maybe. They stop outside, so you see this like floaty drow Thelyss robe standing outside. And do you know who this is?
Said to who? Sorry.
Oh no, sorry. This is saying to Roman, whilst pointing at Ascor in the cell. So Ascor, you can see that Roman and somebody else outside the cell pointing to you, speaking undercommon.
Oh, this one was their friend. He was mentally inhibited for quite a while. I think they were on a journey to find a cure for his ailment. I'm not quite sure. The things he says don't make sense, really. Not a threat in any way. I've never seen him really do anything other than be confused.
Essek pulls out a rolled up piece of paper and unfolds a wanted poster for Ascor.
Is the wanted poster like a Jorhas one, or is it like an Empire one?
It's a Empire one.
Roman just like takes the paper and kind of like looks at him and like reads what it says.
Missing Ascor, Leopoldus Galvade, Thaddeus. Whatever your official full character name is.
Does the paper just like run out of space for the
keeps
full
going, like a tiny little drawing of you.
written on the back of it as well.
Yeah.
I'm almost starting to regret the mess that my brother has left me in. How many of these men are wanted? Do you want to give me a heads up on that?
I only really keep tabs on figures of political interest who are missing, and this man's father is one.
Does Roman recognize like Ascor's family name from his like? Yeah.
Absolutely. Now it's been said out loud, you will recognize it as a very prominent merchant family with it from Imon, and one that owns a large number of munitions and construction, and was tasked quite a bit with the rebuilding of Imon following the Chroma Conclave.
Interesting. And all of these little fellows wound up helping my brother achieve his dastardly goals. How curious.
I suppose a conversation with the lanyard is very due.
Roman doesn't say anything. She just, like
walks inside and kind of walks over to you, Ascor, and this round takes off your manacles and he kind of says, but slightly weird accent, it is Galvadane, your last name officially, or is that the last one?
Von Galvadane, yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Von Galvadane, I am very sorry for the conditions upon which you've been kept. A man of your stature clearly should be kept elsewhere.
Ascor, probably his mouth, his throat, full of lies, ready to spew a web of lies to get himself out of this, is just clearly sort of taken aback and just like, "Oh, sorry. What's your name?"
My name is Essek Thelyss, and I am the Shadowhand to Her Royal Majesty the Bright Queen. I believe Spy Master is a more appropriate translation.
Well, that's marvelous. Yes, this certainly somewhere more comfortable, and well, frankly, I feel quite ill in here. I would be more suitable.
Well, absolutely, you would be taken there. We just have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Oh well, of course. And he's sort of looking to Roman at this, sort of like, we're going different ways, kind of thing.
If he's looking to Roman for reassurance, he just nods.
I'm curious. What has brought you to Rosohna to be disguised, and amongst your compatriots?
Oh, the disguise. Well, I just didn't want to intrude, if you know what I mean. The way I look, I suppose. But yes, we are on an expedition here to accompany Roman here. And he sort of looks to Roman.
Not Elenia.
Well, Elenia, but to meet Roman.
You came all this way to meet Roman. To
Is
form a
Roman
political
making
alliance?
facial expressions?
Yeah, Roman's like,
To make a political alliance?
What? No, not at all. It's, well, medical research.
you can tell him what you were doing with my brother and why you came here. It's all right. It's not. Nothing's going to happen.
Well, honestly, that is sort of the truth. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just get back to it. Cool. That is sort of the truth. Well, Ghost Elenia was charged with looking into what's wrong with me, and well, I, for some time now, haven't quite been myself, let's say. He was supposed to, well, find out and help me, but he seems to have, I don't know, gone completely rogue.
So what did happen to him?
I'm not really sure. Well, we entered the barbed fields. That's where he said we needed to go. And then so much happened. It's really a lot to say. Of course, it's a dangerous place, the barbed fields, and so we were attacked a number of times. We had to sleep in tents. That was the worst.
I can imagine.
Horrid.
I'm sure you much happily recount the tale in comfort, so I won't press you. A very final question, perhaps. Are you in any way involved in your father's current political campaign?
What? What do you
Are
mean?
you aware of it?
Politics? He hates politics.
I'm not aware, but are you aware of either what he is running for or his platform?
Presumably a chairman of some board.
My sources tell me he is running to replace Hannah Wasserman on the council at Eldore. As trade
Wow.
minister.
I can see how that might be lucrative. Yes.
On a platform of, what is the term? Might over magic. Industry over academia. And that humanity has forsaken the gods.
Well, he's like I said, he's very politically minded himself. But usually he does away with the whole thing based on these. He's always rambling at dinner parties, a glass of wine too many, and he's always talking about what we should do with minorities, or I don't know.
I believe, well, I'm sure you weren't aware. Well, turns to Roman. Will you house him, or should I find other arrangements?
I suppose we can take care of that.
Very well. To check, of course, one of the guards. Could you escort Mr. Galvadane here to the Everhtyl household? Then, sorry. On to the next one. Haydn, during this time, you can make another survival check.
Okie dokie.
Survival check, not to cack your pants.
Yeah, right. So that is oh, that's another 8, just like last time.
Okay.
Loving
I would
that
say
for
that
me.
while walking around, you're just utterly lost. But you do round the corner, and you do see Roman and Essek walking towards you. Kind of both glance at you, obviously not seeing through the illusion. Just start walking towards you as if that's the way they're going. Seem to be chatting.
And
Yeah.
do I see Ascor being escorted out by a guard?
No, this should have been a while ago.
Fuck. Damn it. Do I tail them, or do I try to go back the way I see them coming from and just get lost again? Oh, this is tough. I'm just gonna walk past them, no acknowledgement, and just go as if I was intending on going that way anyway.
Okay, make a performance check.
Walk past them.
One does not simply walk
Not
past
deception?
Essek Thelyss.
No.
That's performance. You're not lying. You're pretending. You're nonchalant.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That is a natural one, my friends.
So as you kind of walk past, you're trying very hard not to go near them, but you kind of hit into the wall, and Essek puts out his hand to try to steady you, and his hand goes through an illusion.
Well, no, it would have been quite close to my skin and body. Like, it wouldn't have been in, like...
His hand sinks ever such a tiny bit.
Oh, no.
And both him and Roman, just, I presume, just stop and stare at you.
You're not even equipping them. You wouldn't hear this, I guess, because it's in Undercommon, but Roman just says, oh, so they're not even equipped with real armor now.
Hayden's just gonna nod his head and try to brush past me.
No, Essek's gonna hold now.
No.
He's gonna try grip. He's not as near you, but there is a hand.
Hold on a second. What about my...
Excuse me.
How do I get out of this one?
Who are you?
You're being held by Essek Thelyss. Just think about that for a
Essek
moment.
Thelyss is touching me right now, you guys.
You don't speak
Love this for
Undercommon!
me.
Yeah, he's saying stuff at you, and you do not understand it.
So I do speak Dwarvish and I do speak Elvish. So if I mash them together, can I get the gist of what he's saying?
You will reason though. Looking at the way he's looking at your hand and looking up at you, there's a question about that.
Love this for me. Shit.
No sudden movements.
Well, that is how you get sudden movement out of me. I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
As a reaction, I'm gonna do a momentary stasis
Okay. On Essek or on Haydn?
on Haydn, because I don't know who it is. Like, he's
Yeah, okay.
in a disguise. In Roman's head, Essek is his erstwhile ally, so yeah, you need to make a Constitution saving throw, I believe.
Oh.
Yep, and meet a
Oh.
DC of 17.
Well, that's a 9.
You
Yep.
are held in a magical field of energy.
Okay, so there's like a zoom around you and you just can't move as you attempt to run from these two.
Can I still do stuff within this little zone? Actually,
You're incapacitated. Incapacitated with a
Okay.
speed of 0.
Essek's gonna wave his hand over and dispel magic on the illusion. How long does it last?
An hour.
No, the
Oh.
the whole person essentially.
Until the end of my next turn, or until this creature takes any damage.
Oh, there's only 6 seconds. Okay, so that's going to be dispel magic, which is going to be Essek's turn. You're going to turn back into Haydn.
Can I see? Is Essek holding my egg still in his hand?
Romen has the egg.
It's in my pocket.
Damn it! I was gonna do like that. Anyway, I'm gonna disengage and run.
So it's the end of Roman's next turn. So Essek does that. Your turn was lost because of incapacitation, and then I'm going to say it's Roman's turn, and it'll be yours next.
Okay.
DM, out of curiosity, am I with Essek and Roman?
No,
you got escorted
left
out
2 minutes ago. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Roman is just gonna be again. Oh, it's your little mailman, and cast momentary stasis again.
Damn it! Okay, so it's another Constitution saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 7. It's even worse this time. I hate this.
But Dunamancy is strong in this.
Yeah. Okay.
Where do you think you're going, young cat? Come back here.
Okay. Essek is going to say, convenient, I suppose, and is going to reach forward and is going to tap your coat you're wearing, and it is suddenly going to weigh 4,000 pounds, and you are going to be thrust to the floor as he casts a movable object.
Hold on, wouldn't that actually like crush me and like literally kill me?
Would
Yeah,
it?
totally.
4,000. If 4,000 pounds landed on me, I would die.
Okay, I'm not trying to kill you, so if that is the case, then 4,000 pounds, 2 kilograms. How many kilograms is this?
Like
Yeah, that's
200
1,000
pounds would be
coat.
enough. That's like that's a weight of another person.
Yeah, no, okay, no, fine. He doesn't do that. Fuck that. That's not trying to kill you.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
turns faded
lot.
jelly.
Jesus,
Yeah.
this is not how I thought this character would go. I mean, dying by the hands of Essek.
Oh no, sorry, no,
Thelyss.
sorry,
He's
no,
going to
it becomes,
crush you.
no, sorry. That's incorrect. It becomes magically fixed in place,
Mhm.
and it can hold up to 4,000 pounds of weight. So your
Okay.
coat is now rigidly held in place,
Damn.
magically, and you can move it. Try to move it with the strength saving throw. So yeah, he just like touches you and goes, "Please don't run." And that will be your go.
Okay. I guess Haydn will. He'll try to move.
Yep.
And he can't get out of the jacket. So he's gonna wait there until hopefully Essek and Roman leave, and then he's gonna try getting out of it once they're gone.
You know, I'm actually impressed more than annoyed. Those cells are difficult to escape from.
Roman just snorts behind Essek.
Turns around, looks back. Well, it is Haydn, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Don't like being locked up.
I can't really argue with that. If I let you go, are you going to run?
Yeah.
Shame. Do you mind fetching some guards for me?
What do I look like? Your secretary?
Fine. You seem kind of stand still for a second and seems to send out a sending spell. I suppose I can just do the questioning here while they arrive. You've come here to deliver something to me, yes?
Yep.
Do you have it?
That's for me to know and for you to find out later, because we probably shouldn't discuss business around other people. He smiles knowingly.
Yeah, fine. Why are you here other than that? Clearly you arrived to town and left before coming to me.
We came here with Alenia.
Mm-hmm.
And he insisted he had some urgent business to attend to in the barbed fields. And I figured since I was originally going to be delivering your parcel via boat, that you probably weren't expecting it for a couple more months anyway, so I thought a couple days detour into the fields after Alenia had been the one to teleport us here probably wouldn't go amiss. So...
How charitable.
Indeed.
And what happened to Alenia?
Hard to say.
Is it hard to say? Or you won't say?
I'm happy to say, but I don't really fully understand exactly what happened. I could describe it, but... He told us that he was trying to rescue Romen. But I think what he actually did was intended to turn him into something more. Turn Alenia into something more.
More?
I'm not sure exactly, but he seems stronger. And, somehow, perhaps he's currently difficult to control.
Okay.
Or hurt. I don't really think here is the right place to be having the discussion, you know? I think that maybe I can swing by your den later and, you know, finish this delivery and can talk more, you know, when I don't have like a 500-pound jacket holding me down.
Maybe this is the perfect time to talk.
I'm sure you think that.
Worm your way out of it. Whatever it is you're trying to worm your way out of.
As Essek steeples his hands and smirks. You needed rescuing? It's a Roman.
Realizing what Haydn said and like the implications of that on Essek, Roman's just gonna bristle. Like, well, shut up.
Back to Haydn. I'm sure there are much better places to have had this conversation. Your cell, perhaps, is ranked among them.
He just smiles in response.
Just like narrows his eyes as the two guards kind of appear, and each one takes you by the arm, and he clicks his fingers, and the cloak will drop. Do you do anything?
Oh man! God damn it, Essek Thelyss! Yeah. I attempt to disengage from the guards and run.
Okay. As you run, could you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh, fuck. That is a 9.
9. Okay, you take...
Been rolling like crap today.
Yeah, it's
rolling
really
the dice.
bad.
Oh my god, this is bad.
How much damage are you doing to me?
61 points of damage, necrotic damage.
I am resistant to necrotic damage.
Okay,
Essek
61 points of necrotic
Thelyss.
damage.
What does that mean?
And you suddenly feel slower and older. And
No.
it says,
No.
consider that a guarantee you will return,
Oh.
Hayden.
Fuck's sake.
How does one feel older?
Slower, arthritic.
You feel like you
joints
just
are
turned
creaking.
30.
Let me tell you. Let me
Yeah.
You
tell you.
know,
I
when you
can tell
wake up
you.
in the morning, when you stop and look in the
When
mirror,
you step outside.
when you note the passage
Take a
of
deep
time,
breath and
where
When
Yeah.
you start
You
weighing up a
currently
hangover
have-
and a good time, and then the good time doesn't seem like it's quite heavy enough to outweigh the
For the time
hangover.
being, Hayden, disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws, and your walking speed is halved.
oh Jesus,
Is that in a point of exhaustion?
No, that is a permanent effect.
What? Okay.
Oh, boy.
Can you ping those me in Discord so I've got them? But also, you said I took 61 points of necrotic damage, right?
Yeah.
But because I'm resistant to necrotic damage,
It's 30.
30. Okay. Cool.
Roman just says that was a little mean.
As you're running it, 30 days, Hayden.
Hmm.
30 days.
Fuck this shit. Okay.
Good
Yeah.
luck getting out of here.
And Hayden's gonna keep
Oh, I'm
running.
not going to be that mean.
Oh, fair enough.
So do I escape?
You managed to, yeah, there's a very clear exit now. The stairs almost seem to, like, every second you turn, you seem to almost escape. Like, it's almost somebody willing you to escape.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. And last question. What is the name of that spell that you just casted on me? Because I know it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember.
It's Time Ravage.
Time Ravage.
You just got ravaged by Essek.
I just got
Thelyss.
ravaged by Essek Thelyss.
Ravaged, bro. You got
No.
ravaged.
He touched me and then ravaged me. Okay, this has been a pretty good session for me, guys.
I'm so jealous.
Hey, he called you a creature, so
That's true.
So,
He verbally abused me.
goes to the
You are
next
just
spell.
a little creature.
Hayden, you will appear outside in Shadowsire, and we'll deal with that. You'll probably actually, given the short time, see Ascor being led off in the distance.
cool. I'll tail them at a distance, and try to be stealthy.
Cool. And make a stealth check.
You said I now have disadvantage on ability checks?
You do indeed. This is a mean spell.
Okay, stealth.
As you see, sorry, after the spell, Roman, you see, as it kind of takes out an hourglass, which has got kind of dust swirling in it. It's glinting like diamonds. It just kind of fades into nothingness and goes, an expensive lesson.
I'm sure you've got plenty of those stored away in that cute little cape of yours.
Thank you. Sorry, what was your
I rolled
roll?
a 22.
Nice. Don't stop the rogues working. So next cell is Zug's. So Zug, the doors swing open.
Hmm.
And
Wait, before I do that, did Zug also have a guard like outside
Yes.
his gate?
Yeah.
All right. Did that guard speak undercommon, like anything other than undercommon?
you can try.
Yeah. Well, Zug would have spent the last like however long it's been in this thing attempting to kind of like ask the guard questions, like leaning on the boss, just generally about his job and like as the guard, either the guard
God.
does he? Yeah. Does he?
Yeah,
does
no,
he
the guard's
understand anything?
surprisingly very thick accent, a bit disjointedly does speak some common.
So basically, yeah, he went on just kind of asking, just so what kind of benefits do you guys get? Do they do dental?
So actually, I'm gonna say if you could roll a general charisma check with advantage because you're a guard, and just see how friendly this guy is being by the time you arrive.
Wait, what do you want me to do? Sorry, charisma check.
Charisma, just a general charisma check. Just roll it and add whatever your charisma is. Christ.
17.
17. Okay, yeah, the guard's kind of like, oh, this guy's, what is this guy? She's like, well, you know, it's weird. Time passes differently here, so even though I start the job and I do a full day's work, I'm not tired, and I actually feel as though, like, guards who work here live longer. It's the strangest thing.
Oh,
It's as if the time we spend on our job doesn't really affect us.
I should have got transferred here. Emon's a shithole in comparison. And he just goes on during this whole thing to just take like light-hearted banter.
Yeah, God. As it kind of like rocks up the Roman as you're probably like chatting and joking, the guard laughs.
They're
and
laughing.
He's silenced by like a look from Essek. He kind of like looks a bit ashamed. And kind of opens the door. I believe you gave your name as Zug.
Yes, it's not a very sophisticated name. I know I didn't choose it.
That's perfect. You don't seem like a very sophisticated guy, so living up to your name.
Did you have to bring him? This is...
Essek smiles a little bit at this. Well, I can see you charmed the guard. You are the one responsible for the death of. It kind of like takes out some notes and checks them. Mr. Vikorg, correct?
Okay, I can understand how this could look quite bad.
It's a dead
he
ogre in the
attacked
street, yes.
my friend, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect him to just die like that. I guess maybe we've been fighting some relatively ferocious foes, and I just did what I thought would be, you know, any kind of like combat move, and it's just his head came off. I just, you know, normally they don't die that easy. It was just, it caught me by surprise, really. He just died. It turns out if you hit someone with an axe, they can sometimes just die, and that is it's weird that happens.
The fragile egg defense for an ogre.
I mean, he was a big guy. He's bigger than me. I mean, you saw he was like 12 foot tall. I mean, I didn't expect him to just die. I thought he would be at least a little bit tougher than that. He just died?
Maybe discussing whether or not you expected your axe swings to kill him is not conducive. Let's perhaps examine the motive instead. He attacked one of your friends, the one you have a duty of care to? The one you are paid to protect?
I kind of looks a little sheepish for a second. I don't know. Have you spoken to him?
Ascor, Mr. Leopold.
Yeah. Then you know, fine. I didn't know because he's been in disguise, so I didn't want to, you know, give that away or anything. But yeah. If you know Ascor, he's not a particularly, you know, him as well. He's a you know, a fragile looking bloke, should I say? He's not someone that a 12-foot ogre would. I mean, you can understand that I might have been
pampered,
maybe a little bit over that. Yeah, I mean, you know, this man, the ogre drew a weapon, and if it hadn't happened to the ogre, it would have happened to Ascor. You know, that's just the way that these things go. You know, don't draw a weapon if you don't intend to die, I guess. Yeah.
No, perhaps quite. And you are where are you from, if you don't mind?
I'm on, actually. Yeah, born and raised
Far
there.
from home.
Yes. It's been a long, strange journey. Strange.
And you are here to escort Alenia on his quest to the Barb Fields.
I mean, that wasn't our only quest, but it was one of them. And
what was your other quest?
He kind of pauses and his eyes going, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about that anymore. They told me not to.
You can say what you need to say here. It's a safe space.
I mean, I wasn't supposed to tell you either, but I mean, he knows.
Well, secrets are a long chain of people who shouldn't tell each other, telling each other. So let's keep it secret together.
Does that mean I tell you or not
yes,
tell you?
Yes, it does mean you tell me.
And
then I promise not to tell anybody either.
Oh, fair enough. I guess that's about as much as I can hope for, really, isn't it? So the little one has a slight problem. Well, we all have a problem, but he's
got a bigger problem now.
Else. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's a bit unlucky because he already had quite a big problem, actually. He's not having a good time, really, isn't he? Poor guy.
What was his little problem?
Let's just say a really evil artifact that we
Don't you dare say it. I'm not there.
Got.
The secret between you know.
Yes, it's just a secret to Essek Thelyss, the spy master of the Kryn dynasty. It's fine, dude. Just tell him.
Yeah, you're giving the nuke to the Russians, bros.
And he's come in and he's been very nice and looks very.
He's been very
trustworthy.
nice. He
Very
looks very
handsome man.
professional.
His
Exactly,
alignment is
charming, man.
definitely good.
Eski, don't let us influence you. Do what Zug would have done.
An evil artifact.
Yeah, it's very bad. We're trying to get rid of it, and we were supposed to do that at Bob's.
Trying to get
but
rid
now
of
we're
it?
back here. Yes, we're trying to get rid of it. It's not very good.
Do you ever see him with a box?
Yeah, no, yeah, he had a box. It was a kind of fancy.
The artifact
box.
was inside the box?
I don't think he put it in the box. It was just in the bag.
A separate artifact.
He kind of pauses to himself. That's quite a few different artifacts.
You'll have to be
so.
more specific.
I am not aware of all evil objects in the world. If you could briefly describe this item to me,
Well, we picked
or
it
its
up.
capabilities if you're uncomfortable with the appearance.
We picked it up off the floor. It kind of looks skull and evilly, and we picked it up off the floor after a big demon got summoned in the Underdark, and now it's just lots of people keep trying to take it off us, but we kind of decided that it should probably be destroyed instead of given to someone bad.
Dick turns to Roman, one eyebrow raised.
But I don't want to say what it is, though. I've been told not to say what it
Roman
is.
says in
Artifact?
Roman says in under comment when Essek tells him, "I told you, they were friends of Elenia."
Have you seen this artifact?
Is he talking to Zug or Roman?
Yeah, you. Yeah,
It's-
Roman.
No, but I'm aware of what they're referencing. I haven't not seen it myself, nor have I confirmed their possession of it. But
Right. It turns back with a wide smile towards Zug. Your friends corroborate each of their stories, and the orc, under perhaps slightly more intense questioning, has agreed they were harassing your friend for being human, whilst unfortunately prevalent within the city is not one that we aspire to. Whilst murder is
I'm really sorry. I killed him.
regrettable,
I didn't mean to.
it
I know
is
it.
one that he brought upon himself. Do not worry, you will not be held here much longer. And thank you for your information. Do you know, or could you tell me or describe to me, what happened to Elenia?
Well, the funny thing is that for a lot of it, I wasn't there because I was teleported to the windy world during my time, and then I got pulled back. And Elenia, I didn't really see him, but he was quite big, and he was up in the air, and he'd summoned this weird tentacle demon, and apparently he was a bad guy now. But I left, and he was, well, tentatively a friend, and then, as I said, I got teleported and then pulled back again, and then all of a sudden he was bad, and this man was here instead.
I'm gonna make him make a fucking wisdom saving throw to work out what the windy device is.
The windy.
No. The windy place. I'm not
The
familiar.
sky. It's made of sky. It's only sky, just purely sky. And they're like,
Right.
Sky.
Okay, so you were in the sky, so you missed Elenia summoning.
well, it wasn't this sky. It's a sky in a different plane of existence. I think.
Oh, so you have the ability to shift between planes?
I actually used to, but I don't anymore. But this time it wasn't.
What a skill to have lost.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. But he, I was banished. I guess I don't really know what happened. I was fighting some shadow demon, and then next thing I know, I'm falling through the sky. I don't really understand how it happened. And then, long after that, I got pulled back, and Elenia was bad. That's all I know.
Well, I'm certain that Elenius will be summoned to return and explain himself.
I would love to see that.
Thank
Please.
you for your testimony. Once I have finished questioning your friends, I shall have you all escorted out and taken somewhere of your choice.
As long as it's not the
Please.
windy place again. I really don't like that place.
Please refrain as much as you can from killing any more.
I
citizens
promise
of the
I
dynasty.
won't kill anybody else in the city at all. Promise.
Thank you. And as it kind of floats out and goes to Rasha's cell. But on the way, turns to Roman. Anything to add about Elenia now?
I think you're building up a pretty clear picture yourself.
Is he a problem?
You've known him his entire life, and you're only asking that now.
Elenia has been a nuisance to both you and myself. Is he a problem now?
Yes.
Thank you. Finally coming to Rasha's cell at the very end.
Yeah, good. Hey.
Vision has been a while. Opens up the door, kind of comes in, looks at you, looks at the armor, looks at you. Well, I must say the craftsmanship is incredible. It's nice to meet you. My name is
Thank
Essek
goodness.
Thelyss.
Somebody finally understands, but the worst thing, he kind of catches himself and switches to undercommon. The worst thing is your guards have scuffed my armor with the handcuffs. It is disgusting. I feel a little sick when I look at it. You cannot treat art like this.
Is it scuffed or is it just dirty? Has it like damaged it?
Well, probably. When like metal scrapes metal, there's
Yeah.
a little bit of
Scratched it a little bit.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's nothing that a simple mending spell will not fix once we release you.
It's not. It's the principle,
Well, unfortunately, one of my principles is that murder needs to be investigated.
He looks to the side. Oh, I didn't actually do that, but yeah, go on then.
So, I won't pretend you are the last of your friends that I have come to. I've built up a pretty good idea of why you came here, what you did in the Bard Fields, your return, the evil artifact in your possession, as well as your rough connections now. I suppose my final question to you is, how do you fit into the story I've been told?
Mr. Thelyss, I thought you said you were investigating murder.
I pretty thoroughly decided that you were defending yourself, or at least your orcish friend was.
I see.
We shall all be free to go, assuming nothing. I do not consider you threats to Her Majesty or the city.
How do I fit into this? He's gonna peer at Roman and just kind of check for confirmation that it's...
Roman just like quietly nods very lightly.
If you know a lot, then the thing is, you probably know that personally, the way I fit in is that I guess I'm kind of married to Elenia or something. Yes. He kind of frowns deeply and looks to his
Well,
missing
we all make
finger.
bad choices.
He looks to his missing finger. Well, maybe it's more like soul-bound, but I sort of need to get rid of this, and if, I stay in this cell for a long time, there is a chance that I just sort of die because, if he fights things, then I get hurt as well, so,
Bonded. Married, bonded. So,
Right.
romantically linked?
No, he just, he was our friend, and
You bonded your life
I thought I could
to a
trust him.
scoundrel like Elenia.
For the longest time, I thought he was trying to mislead us, and as it transpired, I was really regrettably right on that. But I've paid the price for trust, and it's not a cost I am willing to ever pay again, which you must understand weighs quite heavily upon me. Scoundrel does not begin to cover what Elenia is and what he has become. But if I have my way, I will not see him darkening your city or really anywhere else for that matter.
Well, I've not been given the full picture. I'm aware that he has somehow changed in the barb fields. The worse, more powerful. But your friends seem scant on details.
And Roman has not given you the details then?
Roman has answered the sum of his brother, but no.
Then from what I have just said, you know he is extremely dangerous. We are really strong, Mr. Thelyss.
Yes, your friend claims he accidentally killed the ogre.
It is really lucky for the ogre that Zug was not naked at the time, because, well, maybe unfortunate, his death would have been swifter were he unclothed at that moment.
As he does the blinking face. I'm sure if he could answer, a naked half-orc might not have been his last image request.
It is horrifying, I assure you.
So Elenia is dangerous. You are strong. He defeated you?
He misled us.
That's a type of defeat, is it not?
The worst kind. Maybe the most painful kind. We thought we were helping him rescue his brother, and all we did was accidentally save his brother by consequence of Elenia's goal.
See. And then you all returned here as quickly as you could?
Yes, that is the effect of it.
What is your next move?
I'm not sure we really know that. We need to travel. We need to find a way to divorce me from Elenia so we can kill him.
How attached are you to the half-elf known as Haydn?
He is a member of our group and I trust him. But as we have just established, that's not a word I am too fond of at the moment.
Well, unless you are more powerful than I believe you to be, Haydn will need to return to me within 30 days.
Oh. Will he die? Because I can fix that.
He may well die.
Well, that's not that big a deal.
He shall grow old and wither away. You shall restore him in the state upon which he died, not to full health.
Why, though?
He has something I want. He's delivering me something, and I don't believe he would return it to me otherwise. You don't trust people, you get guarantees.
No, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
So when you return, I would like to know your group's next location, and what your plans are, and what you intend to do. If that's as simple as leaving my jurisdiction, it's as simple as leaving. Am I clear, Rasha?
Very clear, Mr. Thelyss. Though the matter of Elenia, I don't know if he will be a problem immediately to this city, but I think it is really bad what he has done. And it's probably not just bad for us. So you must understand that letting us handle him or porting us in handling him is probably in your interest as well.
Well, like I said, I do not believe that any of you are an immediate threat at this moment, based on what you have told me, except perhaps the artifact carried by one of you.
The delivery. The delivery?
Smiles. Unfortunately, one of your other friends betrayed that.
The cucumber.
He is
Says solemnly with great gravitas.
the skull with a spine. It's not something I've heard of, but I'm sure it's dangerous.
When he says he hasn't heard of it, is he telling the truth?
Yeah. Then I
Right,
make an
inside
insight
check.
roll.
Yeah.
It's not an object I am familiar with or the description.
25.
No, doesn't seem to know.
Okay. It's really bad. It is bad. Yeah.
Well. All of you. Talk about what you want to do. Come see me. I wish to know the goings-on of powerful creatures in my city and the items they carry. Maybe this will be only a bad beginning for a productive partnership.
Well, I said I'm a little nervous about partnerships after my unfortunate marriage to Elenia. So,
And make
I'll
sure
have to...
in every exchange you get something. The thing you want, not a promise of the thing you want.
I wish I knew what it was that I could want, really. Huh. That's good advice.
This is the collective you.
That is good advice.
Anyway, he takes off the manacles, kind of shepherds you a little bit out and casts mending on the outside. We will gather your friends.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, cool. So as you guys are walking, you'll all be collected one by one, except for Ascor, who's already been sent off. So that'll be Zug and Aku. You kind of collected along with Romen. Posited outside. Essek will look at each of you. Yeah. And I've spoken with Romen and Essek will pop back inside briefly. Seemingly having a very, and you can see them at the door having a very intense discussion. And Essek nods. And I'll message you what that was about the response to that, Lauren. And then all of you are now standing outside of the prison, having that kind of focusing effect. The kind of discombobulation is over, although you still feel a bit disorientated and dizzy. Ascor and Haydn, I'd say by this point, Ascor, you've been escorted pretty far to the Lucid Bastion and are approaching what you would perhaps remember to be Den Thelyss. And Haydn, you'd be following as well.
Roman turns to Zug and is like, you're of course free to go wherever you choose from here within the means of the city, but I would ask kindly from you to refrain from decapitating anyone else. Can I trust that of you? He looks directly at Zug.
I'm not going to decapitate anyone else. I mean, as long as they don't threaten my life, that is, you know. But even still, I'll make sure to just chop them in half then.
I feel some
No
smash kneecaps would suffice, I feel.
Okay, fine. Non-lethal maiming then.
We really need to get a hat for Aku, though. Like a big hat.
A hat? Does he?
I have one of those.
Cannot just be humaning around, you know.
And Zug pulls out his hat of disguise. It looks like this wizard hat. You want one of these? I think you need to. Apparently, you need to hold it for an hour, and then you have to whisper a word to it. And it works.
Well, we'll be taking an escort. If you would like to accompany back to my den, if not, you're free to go. I'm sure the guards will escort you anywhere you need to go. He like gestures to the guards nearby to see if they agree to that.
That would be for the best, Roman.
You can nod, yeah.
Well,
Roman, your parents, are you ready for this?
Lieutenant, like present.
I
It's a
suppose
funny saying
I don't
from-
really get it.
from here because we can manipulate time. So actually, there is time like the present or the past or the future. We can sort of
Right.
choose. It was a terrible joke, but sort of local.
Never
mind.
Rasha breaks into a smile and just, yeah, seems to be smiling as Roman walks off. Mutters no, that was actually quite funny.
Okay, so are you guys just walking to Den Everhtyl? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So Ascor, you'll be brought there, and kind of there'll be like guards will kind of stand outside, and then they'll bring you Balthurin, who is a butler, and will kind of do a little bow before you. Ah, you have returned. Welcome back. This is to you, Ascor.
That's to me, is it?
Yeah.
I arrived first by myself.
You think by yourself, but Hayden's actually quite close behind.
Right, cool. Why, thank you. We return with mixed news, I'm afraid.
Ah, should I summon the masters of the house?
Not yet. And he sort of runs his hands almost semi-dramatically across his forehead and says, we're weary from the road and other things. So I think it's best we just collect our heads briefly.
Would you wish to be escorted to the guest room to collect yourself?
Absolutely.
Very well. Food?
As this conversation is happening, you'll hear a hey, wait for me! And you'll see Zug running up towards the front of the house, and it is Haydn using disguise self to make himself look like Zug.
Okay. Cool, yeah, so as you'll turn around and you'll see that.
Oh, Master Ascor, I nearly lost you back there. Shall we head inside?
So I think I'm seeing Zug, right? So you look like Zug? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Okay. Would there be like a passive check I might make to work out that Zug's acting kind of weird?
Hayden, make a performance check.
I'm trying my best to mimic.
Yeah. Make a performance check.
Oh my gosh. 9. My rolls have
What's
been
your passive
fantastic.
insight?
My passive insight's 14.
Yeah.
Zug does a little
acting
cheeky
a bit
wink.
With that roll, with that passive, do I actually realize that this is Haydn or one of us?
If you want to make an intelligence check, I think that's the thing to do. Disguise the illusion. You can try to work out who it is, but there's definitely something off about Zug.
Okay, shall I make what like an insight check to work out who it is, or
Intelligence. I say just straight intelligence.
straight intelligence? Cool.
I think that's how you deal with an
See what
illusion.
happens.
Or you can, if you want it to be insight, you can make insight.
Investigation for illusions
investigation then,
investigation.
okay, yeah.
I think.
To discern
But I
that
think
you are
it's the same.
disguised, a creature can use this action to inspect your appearance and must succeed on an intelligence/investigation check against your
There you
spell
go.
save DC.
Cool. What's your spell safety?
So I came out with a 19 there.
Let me check.
Lucky ass 19.
It's probably lower
Yeah,
than
19 is probably beating it. So yeah, it looks like by the mannerisms, it's definitely not Zug. You kind of reason it's not Aku. Yeah, you put it together. It's
But
probably
someone familiar enough with us to be
Yeah.
one of us, at least.
Oh, I just realized I should have done that roll at disadvantage. Not that it probably matters at this point. But let's do another performance check. Sorry, that was a 2, my performance check?
Yeah.
And Ascor will go. Well, it's about time you got here.
Thank you, Master Ascor. It's really difficult running in these winged boots of mine. Shall we go in?
And we'll have to talk about professionalism.
Yes, sir. Yes, Master Ascor, sir.
We wouldn't want to cause any more issues for our fine hosts here, and gesture to technically. Sorry, is it Essek who's escorted me, or somebody else?
No, just Balforen is the butler who's come for you. The name of the guard. So Balforen's there, yeah.
Cool. Just gestures to the guards in that case, and says, "We must go at once, back to our quarters, and we need time."
Should I alert the household to begin preparing for the party to celebrate Roman's return?
Did we mention Roman's return? Do we know? Yes. That's we mentioned on the way out. That was okay, right? Yeah, okay. Well, yes.
So Roman
make it a grand feast, or in fact, the greatest feast that your house can, of course, provide under its circumstances.
Of course, Mira and Kadra will be overjoyed to hear of Roman's return.
Mr. Balforen, can you make sure that there is mayo served at dinner, please?
Absolutely, and please, no more goat's butter. And perhaps some milk.
Not goat's milk.
Milk?
No, just milk.
Human milk.
Very well. I will alert the others. Do you have any idea when they will return? When should the party be for? And he's kind of walking and talking you through the house at this point.
Well, I couldn't say exactly. They'll be along, not too long, I'm sure. What time of day is it?
You guys got back early morning. Prison. It's probably early morning again, but you don't know if a day has passed or not.
Whereabouts is Real Zug in all this, by the way?
Real Zug is walking through, along with Romen and Rasha and Aku.
Okay.
Well, it's early in the day. Let's not breakfast, but let's say a lunch.
A lunch. Wonderful, and they'll be here soon then.
I think cured meats shall do.
Wonderful. Thank you. And he kind of like takes you to the tower, you remember, and takes you about halfway up and opens the door for you. And would you require anything in the meantime?
Yes. A bath. Not too hot. Slightly above room temperature. It's good for the pores. And if you have any sage, that's also good for the skin. And whatever perfumes you have locally.
Yeah, of course. And kind of gestures off to one of the servants to go do it. Does anyone speak Undercommon? Okay, no, he mutters something in Undercommon to one of the servants outside. And those of you, you notice that kind of the servants go off to run it. If any of you go down the bottom, you notice there are 2 armed guards standing by the entrance to the servants' quarter. The guest quarter. If you guys
one jail cell to another.
Seem to be more like of the estate guards.
Right, got it.
You two, if you want to have anything to chat about. So Zug and Ascor, as the bath is being run upstairs for you.
How long will we be in the cells for? Well, we don't really know, do we?
At least 2 hours, if not longer.
Looking at just like, not the stubble's not got longer, the nails are still the same length.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't in there for like months or anything? You likely estimate you weren't even in there for days. It might be it might be a day, or it might have been just a few hours, but it wasn't like 2, 3, or 4. It wasn't a week, certainly.
Well, that was a disaster of sorts.
Hayden drops the disguise. Say that.
hold on a second. Ascor looks at you and sat in his chair. In fact, he's like looking in a, sat in a mirror. He's already pampering himself, taking the hyaluronic off. And, with sort of a little bowl of warm water there. And he's looked at you and he's put his arms on the side of the chair and he pushes himself up and storms over to you and tries to grab you by the ear and says, "You little rat! You left me in there to rot!
I tried
It was
to
my idea!
You.
My idea you hid those tools!"
What? I tried to come find you. Inside the place is like it's a rabbit warren.
You run to the bathroom. Sorry. Still listening.
I walked for hours. I had to recast disguise self twice because it kept running out. That's how long I wandered around looking for you. But you seem to get out fine without me.
Story.
Well, it is. It's true.
Well, just yourself. You didn't even come across anybody else. You didn't let anybody else out. Just you.
I got really lost.
You expect me to believe this crap? You're walking around the Underdark for God knows how many days or weeks by yourself, and you step inside a building and you're lost?
I don't know. I thought I knew the way out, but every time I'd turn a corner, it was like all my memory of where I'd been and where I was trying to go was just gone, and next thing I knew, I bumped into Romen. I did actually I found Romen. I found Romen, and he was with Mr. Thelyss.
And where's Romen now?
I don't know, probably making out with Essek or something.
Hold on, do we even know they got out? They could all be back there.
Well, I'm not going back there, are you?
Well, of course not, they know who I am.
Yeah. So? Maybe we should make ourselves scarce.
Sort of walk to the
Get
door,
out of the city or something.
Because, the two of them have sort of been like bustling a bit in the room. Ascor's going to walk to the door, just open it briefly, DM, and look outside the room just to see if there's anyone eavesdropping.
Muted, Jamie.
Muted.
Thank you. So you're in a tower. They're in one of the rooms. Do you look out the tower room? Look up and down the stairs. There are a couple of servants at the top. You can see kind of obviously doing stuff with the bath, and you see some like walk past carrying a bundle of kind of herbs and perfumes, but no guards or anything. There are people though.
Okay, cool. In that case, close the door back inside. Well, I've told the house that they're going to be here, so they better be here.
Yeah.
What do we do?
I guess I could disguise myself as Romen, and then I'll go with you
Stop.
to the lunch.
No. I said stop. No. Your performance out there was a tragedy.
Well, you clearly fell for it because you let me into the house.
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think did I look surprised to you when you turned back into yourself?
A little bit.
From Zug, do you think I wouldn't be a little, oh, good dear? No, nothing like that.
I thought you looked pretty shocked, personally.
You're meant to be the handy one around here, okay?
Well, I'm not really
So
feeling
be handy.
Not really feeling quite myself at the moment, so I think I might be coming down with the flu or
Actually, yeah, what does Haydn look like at the moment?
Haydn looks, I'm gonna say the spell is very much like you just feel really tired all the time, and then when it gets to the end of the 30 days, like you wither away almost instantaneously. It's
okay, so
effect.
I don't suddenly look 10 years older or anything.
No.
Okay.
You just feel
Cut
like
the
exhausted
act.
and tired, and maybe you just look tired.
You've not got a single bruise on you. They didn't do anything to you in there.
Well, actually, they did. Essek Thelyss. Oh, I don't know. He touched my jacket, and suddenly it was like a 500-pound weight, and I couldn't move. And then after that, it was like he did something else, and I felt like all of my insides were just like dying, and I've just felt like absolute shit since then. So he's done something, and I don't know what it is, but it definitely wasn't anything good.
So what you're saying is, well, magic.
Yeah, magic of some sort. Something shit. I need Rasha. Rasha will fix this.
I don't like him. He knew who I was.
What do you mean? You don't like Rasha?
I don't like him. What? No, don't be ridiculous. He has his problems, believe me. But I'm talking about this Thelyss.
Essek Thelyss.
That's a... Does everybody here have such long names?
What's your full name again?
I'm not gonna say it out loud in case somebody hears.
Yes, sorry.
But he knows. And if what he says about my father is true, then he's just gonna sort of rub his temples for a second, look at you telepathically, and then say this telepathically. I could be an enemy of the state here.
What did he say about your father?
If you don't know, maybe that's better.
Maybe I can help you out if I know.
A mailman?
Haydn just smiles at him and doesn't comment.
Let's just say my father's mobilizing back in Amon. It's quite a surprise, really. He's always done what's most lucrative, I suppose.
So would you say it seems out of character for him?
That's hard to say. It's an arena in life in which he despises, but I can see the opportunity involved. He talks about that with such dismissiveness. I didn't really think he would ever try to act in his beliefs. Not in this way, at least.
And are you certain it's him?
Well, I don't know. Maybe... Well, obviously, I'm a very important person as it is. I don't need my father to... whatever he's doing... for me to be a person of interest to. What do you even call the government here? Is there a government?
I think there's a monarchy. I'm not super clued up on Wildmount customs, and it's all very complex.
Well, monarchy, that's better. It could be something... democracy or something ridiculous like that.
Haydn doesn't laugh. Haydn looks at you very seriously.
Okay. Whilst you guys are having the conversation, the rest of you, you're walking back. You have a escort. Are you talking, or are you waiting to get back to Romans before you talk?
Probably fairly quiet on the way back.
Okay.
Yeah, Roman's not saying anything unless anyone's speaking to him.
Aku and Zug?
Zog would probably be nattering on about how just everything that's just happened, like just generally being chatty. Most likely also mentioning the various perks of being a guard in Rosohna versus Amon. Just everyone nattering.
Yeah, just constantly talking when everyone else looks glum and unsure.
Rasha nods occasionally. He says, "Yeah, they do have quite nice teeth, actually. I did see that. Quite shiny.
The armor is so much nicer as well. It's just...
It is actually quite stylish. I agree."
They must have a union or something.
Yeah, Rasha's quietly casting mending on his own armor and shining it where it's been touched and soiled.
Cool. In which case, Haydn and Ascor, if there was anything else you guys wanted to say to each other. Or if you have if the bath is then done and you guys are relaxing.
Oh, just as a side note, we did not take the bath together. I think I should specify that.
Oh,
Thank you for clarifying.
This is not a group bath scenario. Like earlier.
yeah,
No
wait,
offense,
that's
Ascor. I just know that you prefer your privacy.
Okay, so
You didn't even mention you wanted a bath. How would they have known?
get out of mine.
Can I take a short rest?
Yeah, 100%. You guys short rest. So as the rest of you appear, kind of coming up, Roman is leading you. The guards kind of nod, and Roman, there's one whispers in your ear. Mr. Thelyss wanted to remind you that Ascor is not to leave the city unless he is approved to do so. He could potentially be a valuable negotiation piece should his father assume power.
Understood. I'll see it. I'll see it
Thank
through.
you. And so the rest of you is kind of bow thrown his summon and goes, do you know, just almost on time. It is lovely to see you back, young Master Romen.
It is good to be back.
Sorry, just going to plug this in. Sorry.
I love the general noises of strain as he bends over.
I am under the effects of time ravage.
Ain't we all do?
We all?
And they keep coming and they don't stop coming. So it goes, I am the master and Mrs. the house will be ecstatic at your return. Kind of looks to the side. No Elenia though? He continued his journey onwards in the bar fields without you?
Yes, something like that.
A shame, but you both were gone for 10 years. I am sure your mother and father would be pleased to see both of your faces in the span of a month. Unfortunately, they are both out at the moment. I will let them know immediately of your return to their thing. I believe your father had actually gone to talk to the council about the fact that you were being held in the... Were you really in the dungeon?
Yes. It's almost like nobody here knows who I am anymore.
I'm very sorry about that. I will make sure that it is widely known and circulated that you have returned.
Oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure we've made that known ourselves.
Well, you have been gone for 10 years. Those in the
So I'm
dungeon don't
told.
really travel. My apologies. Would you like to be escorted to your room? The rest of you are your two friends. And actually, at this point, he glances at Zug. Actually, you're already waiting upstairs.
Me?
Excuse me.
The
I'm here.
pompous human and this one
Pompous. He has called Ascor pompous. It is so funny.
have returned already. Am I to be alarmed?
I don't know. I mean, I'm here, so
I shall
I haven't
go
been here
and
yet.
check, but if it is what I suspect, there is no need
Well,
to be alarmed.
just look at who's missing.
Why-
Friend.
Is it really that difficult to figure out?
There is no cause for concern.
You guys left me
Well,
in the jail cell. You didn't even think about me.
We also left Ascor.
That's true.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Our characters could have been thinking about Haydn. You would never know.
I like to think that Aku thought about me once.
So is Haydn? Sorry, Haydn's gone down. Is Ascor's not here, right?
No, so Haydn hasn't gone down. Ascor and Haydn are still upstairs in the
Got it,
guest
got it,
wing.
got
But I think Essek's told Rasha about Haydn at least. But yeah, so I'll leave it in your capable hands, Roman. The feast and the party have been arranged for your return when you are ready. Hopefully with your
I'm
parents'
sorry.
return.
The what?
Yes, they were leaving to return you to invite you to your welcome home party, which I have been told to organize and will be ready soon. Your mother was most looking forward to it.
I'm sure she was.
Well, we were
And-
trying to throw a party for you, so I guess she is just doing a better one than what we had planned.
And quite the party you all threw for me.
It
What
was
a-
not good.
Lovely reunion it was. And I suppose it's too late to cancel this party. It's okay.
It's most certainly
girlfriend.
not, but is
Fine.
there anything amiss? Anything I can help with?
No.
Would you perhaps like to have your reunion with your mother and father for the first time in 10 years in a more private setting?
It's almost like you can read minds. Are you
I
sure you
reckon
didn't study at Marbleholmes?
Unfortunately not. Although with your kind father's patronage, my son is. Shall we, any kind of gestures to escort you to the guest wing? I'm sure you can investigate the case of the double half-orc. And I will let
Let's
you
get
know as soon as
sleepy.
your parents return.
Thank you.
So escorting you all back, you all get up to the guest room, kind of walking through. Elenia, this is a fairly surreal experience, one you probably haven't thought you've had for ages. The house, some minor changes, new carpets every now and then, some different decorations, but the smell of home almost overwhelms you. A little bit of muss, kind of you occasionally catch senses of like either your mother and father, kind of the very slight bustle constantly in the background, kind of occasionally glancing out the window and seeing just like Rosohna from this place is one you would have done hundreds, if not thousands of times before, and it's probably quite difficult and very strange. But at least it's home and it's comforting. And you probably didn't spend that much time in the guest wing as you're kind of taking up the stairs, and none of you are quite prepared for the vision of Ascor reclined in the bath as you walk in. Haydn in a separate one, kind of dousing Ascor kind of the sage over him and various perfumes, and Haydn perhaps closed eyes, relaxing.
I'm not in a bath. I'm not in a bath.
Okay, fair enough.
I was having a nap, but
Haydn having a nap off on the side.
Hayden's a light sleeper, so as soon as he hears people coming, he would have probably woken up. And
Haydn waking up and looking intensely exhausted still. And so you're all, I shall leave you to it and alert you when they've returned. Please, anything you need, ring the bell. And Roman, if you wish to be escorted to your room, let me know. He kind of bows and leaves.
Ascor's just straight up in the bath. We're just in a big bathroom and he's just reclining in the tub.
Yeah, I mean, Ascor can tell you to get out.
No, Ascor doesn't.
Does Ascor scream and cover himself with a towel?
No, Ascor goes, well, the water is getting cold, and he just stands up. He's naked. He's not fussed. This is, this is like pseudo-medieval times. He's fussing, he's fussing.
Boarding school.
Like being back
We're all
in the
blokes here anyway,
It's not the first time we all saw each other naked, to be honest.
It's almost like we're back in Cyrog with the bath. Better times.
You make a habit of this? From the smell of you all, I thought this was something of a foreign concept to you. Perhaps you didn't have baths where you're from.
Yeah, you're one to talk, Mr. Not bathed for 10 years.
Yes, strangely enough, the creatures that drift through the many realms, the darkness between stars, don't tend to plumb. They don't have much plumbing, so makes it difficult to find a good bath there.
Well, it doesn't change a lot. Doesn't change a lot from here. I'm finding it difficult to find fresh lavender, and he holds up a kind of small bouquet of lavender that's quite dry and a little bit brittle, peeling away.
Is the person who set up this bath here?
Oh yeah, there's a couple of servants up on the side.
As like Ascor like holds it up and like talks about lavender, like Aku like side eyes the servants who like have set up the bath. Do they have a reaction to Ascor?
They don't really speak English. Sorry, English.
Don't suppose we do.
No, but he's holding up. Did he not hold up like something from the bath? I can't remember.
Yeah, he did. So they're vaguely puzzled and like probably meet your side eye with a confused expression.
Yeah, this fucking human who they probably have like a natural grievance towards. Maybe they've made this bath and it's just like being from a gremlin.
And on that note, Ascor steps out of the bath, but as he does so, he sort of clicks towards one of the servants, and the one holding a towel, and sort of ushers them forward. And he does. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, we'll walk forward, offering you a towel.
And he just sort of puts an arm out, ready to be dried.
They do look at you confused, and kind of almost like hang the towel over your arm. Take a step back.
And Ascor looks over to that one and sort of smiles and nods gently and just says, "Such a savage society."
Well, I could probably do with,
Is the bath attached to the floor?
It's like a it's not like it's basically one of those like everything is at floor level and then there's like a hole kind of with ceramic.
Oh, okay. So it's not a bath that you could tip someone out of.
No, unfortunately not.
Right, okay.
I think Ascor has just about stepped out at this point. Yeah. And takes the towel and begins sort of patting himself down a bit.
So how was everybody's time in jail?
Wasn't so bad, actually.
Some of you spent a lot less time in jail than others, though.
Wait, what do you mean?
He's like staring dead at Haydn.
Ascor narrows his eyes.
Me? Don't know what you're talking about.
I was there. You do know what I'm talking about.
Haydn, you look awful. Why do you look so tired? You look worse than after we fought Elenia.
Yeah. I feel like shit. That's what I feel like.
That makes two of us. Probably
Maybe have a
all of us.
bath. It seems to work for everyone else.
Do you know what your boyfriends did to me, Roman?
Excuse me?
Your boyfriend. The other.
Oh, are you too romantic?
I'm not following. I'm not following.
Well,
seem to
aren't
seem
you
close.
dating Essek Thelyss? So you had like a thing going on between you guys.
Sorry, I
really-
suppose this is a mistranslation. Perhaps my common isn't as good as I thought it was.
Yes, your common is, well, very common.
Well, that is good, isn't it? If common is common, it is like the rest of the common, so it is good common.
Rasha, can you help translate for
Absolutely.
me to Roman here? Can you ask him about his boyfriend, Essek Thelyss?
Hands and an undercommon asks, so Haydn is asking if you are romantically involved with Mr. Thelyss.
Yes,
And
I know what he was implying. I'm trying to be obscure about the fact that he's being absurd.
Oh, I was just
And you're
asking-
mistaking a decades-long rivalry for something completely ridiculous.
Oh, I was
Oh,
just.
I would
Well.
never stoop to that level. Thank
I'm-
you.
I'm sorry, Roman. I did not mean to offend you. My bad.
Zug's just sitting in the corner, like, no, not in the corner, he's just sitting on a chair, he's already got his axe out and he's trying to clean the
Was-
blood off it a little bit, like using the bath water to clean it off. He goes, I think Hayden's just a bit too horny, to be honest.
Yes, he is quite young. I suppose he isn't fully in control of all his hormones and emotions.
Does
Was-
not have any horns. What?
He kind of chuckles to himself, like, haha.
Was
Well,
Roman's outburst in undercommon or common, by the way?
I don't know.
'Cause-
I think it would be in. I think it would be in common because Rasha was like trying to be like in undercommon, tried to like. He felt very patronized.
Alright. Well, anyway, at the comment about Hayden being too horny, Hayden's gonna then point at probably what would be a bulging pocket on Roman, where the egg of distraction
egg
is
remains.
hopefully sitting and be like, talk about yourself.
Roman's distracting bulge.
What do you-
distraction?
Yes, and I believe this belongs to you as well. He throws it Square's head.
Catches it.
Ah, the egg.
Thanks.
I could not reach my fork, but I was planning to turn my manacles into cake, but...
Oh, that
could
would have
not
been such a
reach
good
it.
idea.
But then I thought if I tried to escape the cell, I would just clank around, and I'm so golden, you know, somebody would just find me and, you know, execute me or something.
Probably sell you for scrap, perhaps.
Right. I am actually amazed we were not executed.
Yes, I'm amazed too. Perhaps you'll think twice
Are you amazed? You
before
got us out.
using an egg of distraction on the Shadowhand.
Well, it seemed to work on you.
You didn't know that, did you?
But he's not the shadow hand.
Yeah,
That
because
is-
Roman got tricked by it. So
Yeah, no.
The shadow hand is a scary name, and Roman is not scary. Although he was now just a little bit, but... You know.
The Shadow Hand. That's a fancy title. What does he do?
Yeah. His hands were quite normal, so I don't understand why it is shadow hand.
No, they call themselves Hand when they're like, you know, advisors. That's just
Oh,
what the high-end military people do. They like to do
Right.
that. Fancy people, like Ascor.
oh.
Hand of the King.
Ascor by this point is applying a little bit of talcum powder.
Stabbing.
And
I can't.
And
I'll ask
also
just like
probably a
all
little
like
bit of,
naked
like-
in front of everyone, and no one's like flicking an
and
eye.
also just like he's
We're all men
applying
here.
a little bit of white powder to his face as well, to like his face, a little bit of rose and blush on his cheeks.
Little baby, little baby
Mm,
powder.
mm.
Milk keep his complexion. Very important.
You know,
Hey.
What
SPF
is your
is very damaging.
what is your point anyway,
Who's Roman talking to?
Haydn?
What was my point? I'm trying to rewind the conversation in my head now. I got quite distracted.
Are you dating Essek?
Yeah, I
No,
asked-
that wasn't the question.
That was my
Jamie. That wasn't
That's
the
the
question.
question
That
we
was my
care
question.
about.
So, are you?
So, what is the plan that you all have now?
Well, we're about to have a dinner party that Ascor arranged, by the way.
Brilliant.
For you. Surprise party. Surprise!
Very. Consider me thrilled. Very surprised.
Oh,
I
don't
think-
worry, Zug. I requested extra mayo for you.
I think it
I
is
mean, I wasn't worried, but
important.
thank you.
I must mention that
Food here is quite good.
the hand shadow, he was saying that maybe we would have a sort of what did he say, a business partnership or something, that we could do things for him, or we had to come back to him soon. So I guess whatever we do, it sort of felt a little bit like a threat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you could say that.
So
That's just
I
the way
think-
that those people kind of speak. It's just how they act.
no, it felt like he was Rasha looks kind of awkwardly at Haydn, kind of putting two and two together. I think probably he referred to a guarantee, and I just wonder, maybe he has a bit of a binding contract on us after our stint in jail, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Probably that's the way that they tend to do things.
Do you think that's something you can help out with, Rasha?
I don't know what it is, but I mean, if it is why you look so awful, I mean, like I said, I am sort of a medical professional now. So. And Aku is also really good at the you know, that stuff. So
Stabbing things.
it's yeah, but no, I'm not going to stab Haydn. No, I meant, you know, the healing bit. I can.
I
look.
should like to make you all aware before you go around attempting to banish the will of the Shadowhand, that doing so in the middle of the city, that he mostly pulls the strings in, probably not the best plan that you could have. And while you might make it out alive, you One might wonder at what cost.
Well, I don't intend to do anything weird anymore. I don't even know what we're going to do here.
Do you think we just do as the will of the Shadowhand? You know what he wants.
I think that
You
would
know-
be best.
Here's a thought. You know how we're always trying to find wizards to deal with? Well, we were going to find wizards to deal with the wand of Orcus and all that. Couldn't there be one in this city? Well, that'd be a lot simpler than just. I mean, they're close by to the Cataclysm. You just give it to them, and they'll go find the, thing.
What sort
Body.
of man is Essek Thelyss, Roman? Because I did not get the sense he was a good one. Not if he has done this to Haydn. If it is as bad as he said it is, you know.
Could you honestly say that if you met someone that appeared to be truly good, you would really be trustworthy of them?
Not anymore. No, you heard what I said.
Essek Thelyss, while perhaps not a good man in whatever form that may take in your culture, in your mind, is a loyal one.
It is a far sight better than what we are used to, right, guys?
Yeah, that's for sure.
But is it good enough, though, to give, the cucumber, or tell him about it? He sort of knew, guys. I don't know. We told him about it. He knew about the stick with the spine and the skull. He said it to me. He already knew. He did not know what it was, but he will probably find out because, how many evil sticks are there?
Jamie,
Yes.
when we researched Vespin Chloros, did we get a sense of where he originally came from? He came from the city that used to be Rosohna, that Rosohna was built upon, right? Was he?
Yes. An ancient pre-Arcana
Gordanas or something like that.
Yeah, Gordanas.
Uranus, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Hayden's going to say, I'm a bit hesitant to hand that in particular over to someone who's now known as being another powerful being from the same city where the wand originated from. Lest we
That was-
see history repeat.
Can I just clarify? That was like 10,000 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I assure you that the peoples who inhabited the ancient city of Gordanas 10,000 years ago were not of this culture.
Oh, isn't your
Or creed at all.
constitution all built upon you guys reliving lives and living forever? Your congregation or whatever.
What?
Rasha, what's it called again?
The consummation.
No, that wasn't it.
The
Regardless-
castigation, Ascor says, from doing his.
Regardless, I can.
Condiment?
If there is one thing that I can absolutely assure you is that Essek Thelyss, upon finding out that you hold the wand of the Prince of Undeath, Orcus, will want you out of the city as quickly as possible, out of the country, off of this continent.
Well, that's fine by
is-
me. I'd be quite happy to return to Tal'Dorei post haste.
After you've completed your business with him, though, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, and also he lifts whatever ailment is now apparently a ticking time bomb on me until the next 30 days. Whatever that's about.
Hey Dan, we
Yes,
should talk about that. He did elaborate in the cell a bit. It is quite bad.
Yeah, it feels bad.
But no, I don't suppose they will attempt to deal with it themselves or take it off you.
So, I guess, where are we going next, though? We have to find out about Aku's Kalashtar people now that Ghost has threatened them. There is the matter of my misbegotten marriage to Ghost.
It makes me
Wait, why do
uncomfortable every time you reference marrying my brother.
Oh, what should I
When-
say? Is
Hold
that
on.
not the right word?
Hold on, guys. What did you say about Aku? What do you mean, his people?
His spirit men.
Oh, it's tribesmen.
No,
No.
Didn't we learn about this when we were in the Feywild? I think
Yeah.
Ascor forgot his memories of being there.
Yep.
Oh, yes. I don't really understand. But it is like, it's something about spirits, and I don't know, Aku, you know more than I do. But Aku's a black rectangle, so maybe not.
Aku in his manly voice says, yes.
Aku is very sleepy.
I'm aware that the conversation could potentially drag on, and it is getting close to 11. So, with you guys having been imprisoned, having told the Shadowhand a great deal about why you've been here, a ticking time bomb and curse put upon Haydn, an offer, perhaps, for an exchange of services, you have all returned to Roman's household, and without Elenia, Roman's parents to return, mixed messages about whether or not there should be a party, whoever the party cancelled in the end, Roman to have a serious conversation with his parents following the Shadowhand aware of some of the threat posed by Ghost. That didn't quite go how anyone perhaps expected that session. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking around, and I believe we are going to raid somebody, as always. So
Yes.
probably should have given you
Gonna do
some slight
some-
warning.
Shout out. We're gonna do some shout outs for subs as well.
Yes,
Yeah, we should do shout outs.
We got a sub during the session. Thank you so much, Shishi Corn, for subscribing to our channel. Really appreciate it. You're helping us get closer to our goal of unlocking emotes.
Yeah, we're gonna design all the emotes and we'll vote on it in the Discord. So watch that space and tell us what one you want. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Caddy.
Also, shout out ideas. Give any
Yeah, I do.
we have small brains.
See you guys
Thank you very much, guys.
next
Bye-bye.
week. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, my friends.
Bye.
Boom.
I wanna ask a question, but I didn't wanna say it, so I'm acting all observant. Gotta see the body language. Were they holding hands? No, we said they were not dating, but could someone only be a friend with such a foxy lady? Alright, Brandon, stop. You're probably staring. She probably thinks you're weird. Quick, show her you're preferring. No shit, don't do that. She probably doesn't really care. Would y'all please excuse me? I'ma run and fix my hair. I grab a change of clothes, you know I gotta look fly. Ah, shit, nobody said it since 2009. Alright, calm down, deep breath, suit up in a tie. This evening is no longer just chilling with the guys. Like, I got myself together, called a car to the apartment with a driver in a suit, popping champagne from a compartment. Cause I know a guy who knows a guy. The bill is quite alarming, but I'm trying to be charming. Better roll out the red carpet. Do you remember back to that first December when you met me? I could already see stars on the ceiling, but I had a feeling that I was just waking up. I remember your eyes on mine when we started dancing. And for a drunken club, it was kind of romantic. Did your heart race too? Did it feel kind of frantic? Caught me by surprise. Haven't really been one to panic. And at the closing time, after the subway line, you all came